Support for the show, FYF Sports, is brought to you by Manscaped, who's the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. Join the movement for all of your below-the-waist grooming needs. Get 20% off and free shipping with coupon code FYFCREW at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com. Use the code FYFCREW. Your balls will thank you.
Ain't talking about nothing, right? Watch this. We gon' bring that pressure.
Just a little FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? They been hating at first, now they calling us the best. Hit up YouTube, tell them cut the check. Just a FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? Woo, fuck your feelings, we all know who the real is. I be getting to it, ain't wasting no time. Walking straight in, we ain't waiting in line. Fuck your feelings, you don't care about mine. You a YouTube gangster, don't be yelling out slime. Or you talking LB, talking Ticket TV. Ain't nobody watching them, all the viewers be sleep. 5 years in, all your subs is your friends. Ticket TV, watch your cars again. Just a little FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? They been hating at first, now they calling us the best. Hit up YouTube, tell them cut the check. Just a FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? Woo, fuck your feelings, we all know who the real, all know. Shop don't close, working 24, trying to make the channel grow. Look at them, pointing fingers, hating on the low. You can't compete with our podcast show. Couldn't make it in the league, so we got on TV. Crying by LeBron like a little baby. You must be crazy, trying to ever play me. Or you super tough until it's time to say cheese. Just a little FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? They been hating at first, now they calling us the best. Hit up YouTube, tell them cut the check. Just a FYI, FYF, 20K sub 6 months, what's next? Woo, fuck your feelings, we all know who the real is.
FYF Sports Master Mott. Ooh, we back. Man, oh man, look, y'all. I mean, look, y'all. See, and I know Khalil, you're going to be the first one that I invite up on the panel, all right? You're going to be the first. Khalil, see, I'm not crazy. I don't know, unless you just an avid Devin Haney fan and you just wanted to see him stay undefeated, I don't know how nobody look. I can be honest. I can probably understand how after 6 rounds you might have had a slight advantage to Haney. Maybe. Most people probably tied, and then the rest probably had Loma up after the first 6. After the first 6 rounds, Lomachenko dominated the fight, and he made it clear in the 11th round. He was bouncing Devin Haney all over the ring. He was hitting him with that left hand whenever he wanted all night. And if you go to the fight stats, he outpunched him in almost every boxing category that you can think of. He outclassed him. Like, Devin Haney is probably the better boxer, but Lomachenko was the better fighter tonight. That's what I'm saying, young L. I can agree. Maybe the first 6 rounds, because of the body shots, you can give us advantage to Haney. But after that, it was domination from that point forward. Thank you, TJ. Like, I don't know how anybody can come up here and try to convince me otherwise of what I just saw. This is one of the few fights that I literally sat down and watched start to finish. I tried to be non-biased. I'm calculating in my head, okay, I got to give Haney this round. He definitely held his own. He did his thing. He defended well. He got them body shots off. But even with the body shots, he never did any true damage to Haney, even though he scored on some of them body shots. No, Khalil Burke. I don't know what y'all talking about. What you mean Loma figured him out too late? Loma was getting the left hand off all night. Haney could not figure out. Haney, did you hear Haney go to his corner and literally say to his dad, I can't figure him out? It's reverse. Man, y'all can't look, bro. I know it's a ton of Devin Haney fans out there, but ain't no way you can tell me what I just seen. Man, I'm gonna drop the link because I want Khalil. Look, y'all. We can preface this, y'all. I can easily preface this, right? I can easily preface this with absolutely no problem by indicating to you guys that I'm not a boxing aficionado, but I'm not crazy. I know exactly what I saw. Y'all can't convince me otherwise, man. Y'all not gonna be able to convince me otherwise. You said he won 5 rounds tops? No way. No way. He won more than 5 rounds. I can literally go through all the rounds where I feel like he won. And I'm going to go through all the fight stats. He outpunched him. He outdid everything in regards to boxing stats. He did everything better. He had the cleaner shots. He looked like he was executing his game plan better. Haney was on backpedaling all night and couldn't fight backing up. While whenever Loma was backing up, Loma was able to fight and defend backing up. Man, I don't know what y'all was watching. Haney did not do anything that looked like a guy that was 29-0. Loma looked like the better everything. He had more power punches. He was a better fighter. He was more decisive. He had better footwork. He did everything better. I don't know what y'all was watching. But here, let me get this link pulled up. Hold on. Let me share this. I'm gonna get this link pulled up. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm just crazy. Maybe my eyes is just crazy. Who Felix Rich? What is the LDBC? What does that mean? What you mean they're not gonna like this? I don't know what that is. Haney, thank you, T. Monroe. All Haney was doing was throwing body shots, and they wasn't even impacting. They wasn't even affecting Lomo. And then after from round 6 on up, Lomo was able to avoid all them body shots, and he was dodging them, and he saw him coming from a mile away. While from the 6th round on up, Haney couldn't see that left hand coming at all. He's getting bopped in the face all night. How many times all night we see Haney's head getting snapped back, mouth bleeding, eyes swole up? Renegade, I know body shots count, but Haney didn't throw enough body shots to where he won that fight, yo. Khalil, man, y'all got to stop, man. I don't know how a black genius, Lomo, obviously can't nobody beat Haney now because we know the judges got his back. Yeah, but Haney can't get beat, and then it was a unanimous. And man, come on, man, ain't no way. I'm telling you, like, y'all think it's just me? All you got to do is look all across the internet around the whole world. This is not just me talking. This is everybody talking. And see, while people got people running around talking about how the NBA Finals is rigged, this was definitely rigged. And see, when we talk about boxing and some of the best fighters kind of being handpicked by people that run boxing, right? Remember, because now we live in a day and age where the best fighters can't have no losses on their record. Otherwise, it can't be no big money fight. This would have been an amazing rematch. This would have been an amazing rematch. This, from outside of what the judges did as far as making a horrible decision given in the fight to Haney, this from round 1 to round 12 was probably one of the best fights that we've seen in a long time. Thank you, Freddie Emmanuel. The man did every single thing right. Like, okay, if y'all say Lomo won, I want y'all to tell me what more could Lomo have done? What more could he done outside of knocking him out? Outside of that's the only other thing. And he came close to getting dropped in the 11th. And I think there was another round where he got hit with a shot, and it looked like the ref was holding him up and saved him again. Hold on, let me get this link out here. I want Bees, I want Khalil, I want y'all in here, man. Right? Because y'all so big on this boxing. I want y'all to. I maybe my eyes are tricking me tonight, man. Is that what y'all gonna tell me? Y'all gonna sit here and tell me I didn't just see Devin Haney get beat up the majority of that fight? Don Wick says boxing is falling off. He says I put 1,000 on Dev. I know you. Bet you. I bet you are. I bet you are. When that fight was over, when I heard unanimous decision, I thought they was gonna say and new, and they said and still, and I said, oh man. Look at T-Po. He said, look, so I'm just supposed to go for Devin Haney just because he black. All right. Well, like I said, I'm not stupid. I'm not delusional. Devin did not win, man. Yeah, Devin won because of the judges. He didn't win based on what he did in the ring. Devin Haney did not do anything in the ring to win that fight. And it's fighters like Lomachenko that have to go back to the drawing board, and they literally have to think about now, what more do I got to do to get a win? When I get an opportunity to fight in a big fight, what more I got to do? But see, because Lomo isn't the big cash cow anymore. He isn't that big, he's never had a big stigma attached to his name where he could be that fighter that everybody wants to see. So there's really no real reason for boxing to push Lomachenko. Thank you, Freddie Emmanuel. Yes, Lomo got screwed over, man. Let me get Khalil and Bees in here. Let's hear it.
What up, bro?
What up, Bees?
See, Lamont, I think part of the problem people have with boxing that makes it really hard to score is just you have to listen to it with no announcer talk.
Exactly. That's what I was just about to say.
You can't listen to the crowd. You can't listen to the commentators. The one place you got it messed up, because Loma did outperform him cumulatively. But see, you don't get extra points for the first, second, third, and fourth round. I didn't have Loma winning a round to the fifth round. It was 4-1 going into the sixth round.
You didn't have Loma winning round one?
No, I didn't. No, he did not win round one. He was getting hit with too many jabs.
Haney clearly won. No, he was blocking everything. Haney clearly won round two, for sure.
Haney won. I had Loma, bro. I have it 7-5. Haney. I got Loma winning 12, 11, 10. It's an 8 or 9. I gave him, and I gave him 5. And I score fights pretty neutral, Lamont. And the thing is that Loma's rounds were very decisive.
Yeah, they were, especially that 11th round.
Right, and so the rounds were so decisive. But honestly, Lamont, going into the 9th round, the fight was already over. Haney had already won the fight.
No, that's not true. No way, bro.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to give you my take.
Lomachenko won the first round. Let's be real. He won the first round.
Bro, he did not. Go ahead.
Hold on. I want everybody to get their individual take first, and then we're gonna open it up and allow everybody to chop it up.
I had it 7-5. I had it 7-5 for Haney. Mm-hmm. I had the fight pretty much over going into the 8th. He needed a knockout on my scorecard to win. And he ran away with the last 3 rounds. It wasn't even close.
I have round 1 Lomachenko. Like if I'm scoring it like a judge, I gave Lomachenko round 1 10-9.
No, too much jab, too much of a jab, and too much body work by Haney in that first round to give that round to Lomachenko.
The first round was Devin Haney's
most
no
body work
round to me because he dictated.
Right.
He dictated.
Devin Haney.
Yeah, bro.
Tempo right away. Lomachenko. Yeah, in the first round. So this is how I actually scored the fight a draw. I didn't think. I mean, honestly, it could have went either way in my opinion. If some people felt Loma won, you know what I'm saying. I'm not mad at that. If some people felt like Devin won, I'm not mad at that. And what B said was accurate. I watched the fight twice already, both without commentary, and I actually slowed it down in the second fight. A lot of that shit Loma was throwing was not landing, bro. Like if you go back and watch that fight, a lot of them combos he was throwing did not land. And I thought Devin won the 12th
was
round.
landing.
No, they wasn't, Lamont. No, they wasn't.
Yeah,
watched the fight. I watched the fight with a ex-judge. We was in a podcast and we watched it originally in this real time, and then we rewatched it again and slowed it down. A lot of that shit didn't land. And if you recorded the fight, just go back and slow it down. A lot of that shit didn't land.
What round did you give?
This is the thing. Just let me finish my point, bro. This is the thing, Lamont. When you're the champion, Devin Haney's the undisputed champion. Yeah, Loma had good moments in the fight. I clearly thought he won the 11th round. But in boxing, in championship boxing, you have to win decisively against the champion. They're not just going to give it to you for a whole bunch of pity-pat shots. Like, he threw a lot of pity-pat shots that he tried to score off of. He figured them out too late. Loma's a notoriously slow starter. He didn't figure him out.
He did not start slow today, though.
Yes, he did, though. Yes, he did, Lamont. Yes, he did, bro. A lot of that shit, like I said, a lot of that shit he was throwing didn't land. And like I said, I didn't have either winning. I scored it a draw. So if you thought Loma won, then you thought Loma won.
No, I'm saying at worst it should have been a draw.
I mean, I think at the end of the day they will fight again, and unfortunately for Loma, the politics of boxing, this is the real deal, right? Top rank, they want to keep Devin Haney, and they stable, so it's sort of like a changing of the guard. Devin's younger, he's the undisputed. He has a more brighter future than Loma. Loma's 35 years old. So if you felt like it was a gift decision leaning towards towards Devin, then that's what it is, because there's bigger fights on the horizon. You still got Shakur, who stepped in the ring with him. That may be the next fight, or Tank Davis. I think the fans at this point would much rather see those fights versus an older Lomachenko who's at the end of his career. He spent too much time in the amateurs, and he came into boxing kind of late. So if any decision, I believe you, Lamont. I saw the comments too. there were a lot more people who felt Loma won this fight than Devin fans did. And I am a Devin Haney fan, but I'm also a Lomachenko fan. I like to see pure boxing and the science of boxing. So I actually like both guys. But as far as the future of boxing, it benefited boxing seeing Devin Haney win this fight.
Yeah, and I just want to add that's how I scored it in live time. I scored it 7-5 for Haney.
All right, hold on. Let me get the Lucci. Lucci's pulled up, man. Lucci, what's your thoughts on this, man?
I mean, I haven't rewatched the fight like bees, but I could have sworn that Lomachenko won the first and third round. Like I thought that Lomachenko won the first round and the third round, and then I had Haney winning the second, the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth round. So I had like Haney win the fight until like the eighth round, and I feel like at the eighth round till the 12th round, I gave the 12th round to Haney, but I thought that overall Lomachenko was he just gave more to the fight. I don't know. Like I think Lomachenko won the fight. He was the aggressor, and he landed more shots. He landed more. Like I thought he was more like impactful in the fight than Haney, in my opinion. So I thought like Loma won the fight.
Yeah, and I didn't think.
And this showcase, just showcased to me that I don't think Haney's anywhere near the level Shakur or Tank Davis. I don't think he's anywhere near that level because old Lomachenko, I thought won the fight, and I think with Lomachenko's washed. I don't think he's anywhere near how good he was before, and he gave Haney like some big problems today, man. Like I don't know, man.
Yeah, Haney was exhausted at the end of the fight, bro. All that movement Lomachenko was doing.
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, let me get to Josh real quick. Josh, what you got, man?
What's the deal? What's the deal, Lamont? Shout out to the panel, Brody. For real.
What's good?
I seen the fight. I seen a fight actually on somebody's live. I didn't get to purchase the fight, but I seen it off of somebody's live on Instagram. And I seen it, bro. I think the first round was Loma. Second round Haney. Third round Loma. Fourth, fifth, you possibly get a Haney. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And eighth, ninth was a mix. It could have been Loma. Loma took the 10th round and 10th, 11th, and I think Haney took the 12th.
I think Haney took the 12th too.
And I think it should have been Loma undisputed, or he should have got a draw. It was between them two. Simple as that. And it's like, and then I don't know who talked before. He said Loma. I don't know who it was on here, but he said Loma wasn't connected. I mean, Brody, Loma was connected. He rocked Haney a couple of times in this fight, bro.
He did.
He was rocking.
I thought Haney was going to drop.
I didn't say he didn't connect at all. I said some of them shots, the combination shots, a lot of that shit didn't land, and I know that for.
Hey, and you're breaking up, Khalil.
You connect.
Yeah, Khalil, you breaking up.
That's a fact.
And to piggyback on Khalil,
no, can you hear me?
Like, let's take the first round. Actually, it was the third and the fifth round I gave to Lomachenko. Let's take the first round. Devin was controlling the pace of that fight with his jab and going to the body. Loma did break through with a couple combinations, but that's sometimes that he didn't do enough to command the round. You may have liked the flurry, and sometimes we get enamored with a combination, one or two combinations, but he wasn't getting past the jab early in that fight, bro. You can't award a fighter a round when he can't get past a jab.
Here, I'm going to show you. See, this is the way this scorecard is, and I'm going to show you as many as I can find. I'm going to look up as many neutral scorecards as I can find, and I can swear, like, this mirrors is exactly what Lucci said, Josh said, and what I'm saying.
Is it a judge or is it a fan?
No, this is not a fan. This is I'm gonna go. I know. No, it's not.
Basketball fan.
No, hold on. Let me
I didn't like that 116, 112.
No.
Was the bogus
so this right here, this was CBS's scorecard, and I'm gonna show you Fox's. I'm gonna show you MMA fights scorecard. I'm gonna show you as many neutral scorecards as possible.
Okay.
Just in case my eyes are tricky.
Okay.
So this is CBS's scorecard.
Okay.
They got Lomachenko winning the first, which is what I thought. I felt
he did
Lomachenko win the first. That's what somebody else agreed, but you and Khalil disagree. I felt Haney clearly won the second. That's what the scorecard reflects here. Haney won the second. And then you got Lomachenko winning the third, which I had Lomachenko winning the third. And now that fourth and the fifth round, those were the two rounds the way you described it, Bees.
He stunned him in the fifth round, and they didn't even give Loma the round. That's the first time Loma stunned him in the fifth round, bro.
No,
I thought his
rounds,
best round up to that point.
No, I thought rounds 4, 5, and 6 were all either dead even or Haney. That's why I said going halfway through the fight, I said I felt like Haney had the slight advantage. But it was from 6th round on up. Like if you reflect this scorecard from the 6th round on up until the 12th round, I don't think Haney had won another round. So they got Haney winning every round from 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And I felt like he lost the 12th because I felt like he backed off I felt like in his mind, he had to fight one. So he was trying to play it safe.
So
I promise you.
I gave Loma the 5th round because Loma hit him with a straight left that stunned.
Yeah. Yeah, that 11th round was a dominant round. You could actually, if you wanted, you could score the 11th round a 10-8 round.
10-8. No, I'm talking about the 5th. He stunned him in the 5th.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too. But I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with that 116, 112. I think that's what pissed off a lot of people was that because the other two judges had it 115, 113. But that
I don't see how they got to 115, 113.
Because that judge gave Haney the 5th round.
Regardless of how you like who won, let's say I was for Loma. Most people are going to have Loma up 7-5 if you believe Loma won. If you believe Haney won, you're going to have it 7-5, or you're going to have it a draw. That's 115, 113. That's what that score is. It's 7-5 with one round separating the fighters.
Yep. I mean, overall, obviously, I think that was a great fight. I think it was so close, and you got to pay attention to body language. If you look at the end when they was taking Devin's gloves off and his hand wrap, he felt he lost that fight. He felt he lost it. They gave him the decision. I personally thought it was a draw. And if you wanted to lean towards, if I was to lean towards somebody, it would probably be Loma. But I did think that a lot of that shit that he threw and just based off, and like I told y'all, I watched this with a judge, somebody who used to judge boxing fights. And when we went through the replay, because we replayed it immediately after the fight, some of them shots that Loma was throwing and them flurries did not connect at all. It was just like, that's what I'm saying. That's what B said was so accurate. You can't watch that with the volume on because the fans dictate and the judges will make people feel like, and then if you look at the replays, most of the replays, they show Loma's work versus what Devin Haney was doing to the body because people favor headshots more than they favor body shots.
But you try, I was counting the Haney body shots. Like just this last fight we saw with Tank Davis showed us the importance of body shots. I think, man, like for a casual like me, before I didn't understand, but this fight, I was counting who scored. Like whether you think a lot of those flurries did damage, even if they were like, they were points. If he was able to connect, and get a clean hit, he was scoring. This scorecard is a little different.
Hold on. Because see, you got to remember one thing, Lamont. Ring generalship comes into scoring in rounds.
Bingo.
And people don't understand how to score that.
Well, hold on. I'm gonna go to another scorecard.
Okay. But what I'm saying is, who is controlling the round a lot of the time? Whose pace is this round at? The 5th round I gave to Loma because Loma got the fight to his pace.
Yeah.
Okay. And so that goes into scoring too.
All right. Well,
and it was the other way around, Lamont.
Let me get to this boxing. Here's boxing scene. I don't know who they are. I'm assuming they cover a lot of boxing. Their live scorecard went first round to Haney, which kind of goes with Bees and Khalil. I didn't see that. But they gave the 2nd and 3rd round, which is odd, to Lomachenko.
I had Loma getting the 3rd round.
Okay.
Yeah, I had him in the 3rd round too.
Okay. And then they gave Haney 4, 5, and 6, which I agree. I felt like 4, 5, and 6 were all Haney. Or if not, dead even.
I gave the 5th round to Lomachenko.
Okay, yeah, I didn't give it. I don't think.
So going at the 5th round, Lamont, I had it 3-2.
No,
Yeah.
well, I say 6th round because that's the half of the fight. That's why I say going into the half of the fight, 6th round, Haney was winning. I can be honest about that. Haney was winning at the end of the 6th.
Yeah, I had it 4-2 at the end of the 6th.
In this scorecard, they got Lomachenko winning the 7th, Haney winning the 8th, Lomachenko winning 9, 10, and 11, and then losing the 12th. And they got it as a draw. They got it as a draw.
That's essentially, except you changed that 2nd round. You replaced that 2nd round. I thought Haney won the first 2, and then Loma won the 3rd. So if you flip them upside down, as far as the this scorecard, that's basically what I had. And if you pay attention to the fight, you had it in reverse, Lamont. Haney told his dad, he said, Loma figured me out. That's why you stopped. That's why you saw him stop throwing a jab, because every time Devin threw that jab out in the second half of that fight, Loma countered off the jab. And if he didn't counter off the jab, he created distance. Like he stepped in some. Loma got shorter arms, so he needed that fight to be in close. Devin has longer reach, and he's a jabber. So in order for Loma to avoid that, you know what I'm saying? In order for Devin to avoid getting countered, if you look, pay attention to 9, 10, and 11. He stopped throwing his jab because he told his dad he figured me out. That's why he stopped throwing the jab, and his activity went all the way down. And that's why you saw him get dominated in the 11th round. That, to me, was the most decisive round of the fight, was the 11th round.
Because everything he does is off his jab.
Everything. And he couldn't throw that jab out there because Loma kept countering him. Or he would step in and counter him that way, or tie up, like it had to reset him. I saw Loma holding more in this fight than I did Devin, because in the first 6 rounds, it was hard for him. And like I told y'all earlier, Loma's a slow starter. So what Loma's game plan was to move around, try not to fight off the back foot as much because he can't fight backing up. Move around and try to tire Devin out. It almost worked. Like if he would have did that a little earlier, he probably stops Devin Haney. But it was too late. If you go back and look at the Teofimo Lopez and Loma fight, same situation. T.O. clearly won like the first 6 rounds, or at least was up in the fight until Loma poured it on late, because it takes him a while to download the information. And once he figured out Devin, he started to put together his punches back.
Freddie Emanuel also agrees. I don't agree that Lomo started slow again. I don't see that. I thought
he didn't throw that many punches. Lamont, look at his volume from rounds 1 through 6, and then look from 7 through 12. The volume is clear. His volume came in the second half of the fight.
Go look at his volume, Lamont. Like I said, he threw some flurries, but I'm not impressed by some of those flurries, because, like Khalil said, if you watch a lot of boxing, some of that is for show.
It's all show. That's all it is.
But y'all just said Lomo with the shorter arms had to do a lot of his work on the inside, and it's hard to throw power punches when you're on the inside. So he's trying to score. And I thought he was scoring with the punches.
But you got to understand that in the beginning of that fight, he could not get past that jab, bro. He was trying. He was trying to get by it. But he got by it a couple times. He slipped in and landed punches. But that jab was setting up that body work, everything.
So are you saying that his body shots were more impactful than Lomo's flurries or head shots?
Yes.
Just as important. Because like I said it, Lamont, people value headshots over body shots. This is what casual boxing fans pay more attention to. If they didn't slow those body shots down during that fight when they showed the replays, people wouldn't even know he did that. Like, he was literally tearing Loma's whole body up the whole fight, bro.
He was red as hell, bro.
And if you look at Loma's face at the end of the fight, a lot of his face was all bruised up too, because Devin was getting a lot of inside shots. Every time they tied up, he was hitting them with a lot of inside shots.
And Stevenson said it was a robbery.
Yeah, but that benefits him to say that.
Yeah, it does, because he the next in line for the fight. He would top rank. It makes sense. So now he get to go in there.
I don't think Shakur wins that, though. I mean, I don't think Haney wins.
I think Shakur wins that fight. I think Devin beats Tank Davis.
Yeah,
I don't think Tank Davis can beat.
You think Devin Haney can beat Tank Davis?
Because Lamont, this is why I say that. This is why
based on what I saw today.
Hold on, just let me finish what I'm about to tell you. The reason why I think Devin wins that fight against Tank don't move like Loma. Loma has some of the best footwork in boxing. You see a lot of angles, you see a lot of slips and a lot of parries. Tank Davis don't do all that stuff. Like
He got
that's
that
why
Right
Devin.
power.
No,
But he
Yeah, the
can set
power is
you in
one
the
thing,
trap,
Lamont,
though.
but you can
He can set you in
neutralize
traps.
power. You can neutralize power.
Lamont, that jab, Devin's probably got the best jab in the game. And
It
what
was.
Khalil,
It wasn't that effective
hold on,
tonight
hold
to
on.
me.
Yeah, but see, this is you. Again, you have to look at what Khalil just told you. Tank Davis does not have the footwork of Lomachenko. He gonna be found by that jab.
Exactly.
He's
And
gonna
those
get
straight
touched by
rights.
it continuously.
Here's another scorecard we got from Boxing Social. They got it as a draw, 114. They got it's a little different than what I had. They got Haney winning the 7th. I didn't have Haney winning the 7th, but they got Haney winning 3 through 7.
But bees.
Go ahead,
That's
bro.
crazy.
No, I was saying, but bees. Like, so you said like if Haney he gonna be hitting him with that jab, right? He was saying that, right?
Tank Davis.
Yeah, Tank.
Okay, two things about Tank Davis. First, you don't know how good Tank Davis is or isn't.
No, I know he good.
No. What
No,
I'm
you don't know
saying,
because he ain't
you
fighting
don't
no damn
know
body.
because he's not fighting any opponents. There's nobody on Tank Davis's resume at the level of Loma or any other guys Haney's fighting.
That's a fact.
So you can't just predict that he's gonna do this because he's fighting B-level fighters.
I know what you're saying, bees, but I'm saying like it's
So Ryan Garcia ain't up there.
It's a 50-50.
Man, Ryan
though.
Garcia, trash.
Because if all right, look. So you remember how Loma in the fight was rocking him, right? Same thing with Lauren and Linares. Haney got rocked by Linares.
It doesn't matter, bro.
He got rocked
Linares
by Linares.
is a taller fighter, and he got hit, but he didn't go down. Yeah, he got stunned.
He got rocked.
It's a
He
boxing
got
match.
rocked.
He got rocked, but
Hey,
he
let me-
didn't. But he
The
dropped
only- hold on.
Lomachenko, didn't he? Didn't Linares drop Lomachenko with the same punch?
Yeah, he dropped him. He didn't
All
win.
right, then.
But let me
All right,
explain myself.
then.
Let me explain myself first. Before you get all flared up. Let me explain myself.
No, you good, bro. We just
I got
talking
you, bro.
boxing. That's all.
All right, yeah, it's straight, bro. It's all cool. Like I said, I love breed boxing. I love this shit, man. You feel me? But back to
For
what I was saying though with the with the Haney shit, right? So I say it's a 50-50 fight if he goes against Tank. Because I say it like this. All right, hold on. Haney got the jab and the speed and the footwork to deal with.
Hold on. Haney made Tank quit in a sparring session last year with money on the line. He made him quit.
The reason I say it's a 50-50 fight, Bees, is because Tank got the power to rock Haney. And Haney got the footwork and punch and jab to outbox him. It's a 50-50 fight.
Look, it's not, I don't believe it's a 50-50 fight because I don't know if Tank can get past that jab, bro. Here's my question. The fight I want to see with Tank Davis is I want to see him fight Pitbull Cruz again.
Yeah, I do too, Bees. He don't want that fight though. He don't want that fight because he could have rematched him. Remember, Pitbull Cruz was a affiliate fight, and he didn't get to study him, so he went in there blind on how good Cruz was, and he got stunned by how good he was, and he stayed away from that fight. But I agree, I want to see that fight too. I don't think Tank will fight Devin Haney. And if I'm Devin Haney, I'm moving out of that division. Once again, he looked like a skeleton when he weighed in, so that means he draining himself just to make 135. He got Loma. That's the fight he wanted for 4 years. I think it's time for him to move up to 140. He can't keep draining himself. That's why he was so tired at the end of this fight.
I think Tank needs to jump in the deep end and fight Haney or Shakur.
Tank need to do
that's how I see it.
Tank can't fight Shakur. That deal ain't getting made. That's why Haney stayed with Top Rank because he's going to fight Shakur, and Shakur is the best fighter. He's the best fighter in that class. Yeah. Period. It's not even up for debate.
Yeah, I'm hoping Haney interested in Shakur because Shakur can't.
No, he is.
And that's another reason why I don't think we see a rematch unless Devin pushes for it, because I don't think Bob Arum wants it. He wants to give that title to Shakur Stevenson. That's
because
his plan.
that's his horse. That's his horse.
That's
See,
his
Devin
plan.
is a freelancer, so Devin freelancing. So Devin can go wherever he want. He not under any umbrella.
No, he re-signed with Top Rank.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
he did.
How many fights did he resign for?
That I don't know.
Well, I know that Shakur Stevenson fight more than likely is the next fight on the docket because
Right.
Shakur stepped in there, so that'll be the next fight for Devin.
I'm just glad that nobody mentioned Canelo. I'm just.
Oh no, Canelo at 160.
I'm just glad nobody mentioned him. I'm so sick of people talking about he trashed me. He ain't trash, but
unless there's just a huge public outcry that won't die down over the next week, I don't think you see these two in the ring again.
If I'm Devin, I will fight him again. If I'm Devin,
no, that's what I'm saying. Unless Devin pushes for the fight, I think Bob Arum is going to move on and set up the money fight.
Yep.
What's the money fight? You talking about
Shakur and Devin.
Oh.
And then what he can
do. They are killing Haney on Twitter, bro. I don't know, man. It's a lot of people. It is not just casuals, bro. It's a lot of people in boxing saying this was a robbery.
Yeah, even at the fight, after the fight, even Shakur Stevens said Devin Haney lost.
I mean,
Mingo, did you watch the fight?
Yes, I did.
Mingo, what are your thoughts on it, man? We ain't hear from you yet.
See, my thing was, I thought Lomachenko actually controlled the fight throughout. Outside, like Khalil said, outside of Devin Haney's jab, that's literally in the body shots that he was connecting with. That's literally all he had. Lomachenko was hitting him with flurries. He was slipping some of his punches. Like I was watching the fight. I thought Lomachenko won too. That's just me though.
Would you have the score, Mingo?
I thought it should have. I thought it was fairly close. I thought it was like maybe 114 to maybe 113 or 114 to 112, something like that. I thought it was fairly close.
That's not a score you can have.
Well, you know what I mean. Well, you know what I meant, but what I'm saying is, I thought Lomachenko won.
And I can agree with that, right? Because I think you can have this fight 7-5 Haney, 7-5 Loma, or draw. I can't be mad at anybody because
me neither.
Some of what you're seeing, Lamont, or what I'm looking at, Lamont, is our own bias. Some people like certain aspects of boxing, so they give that more. Like purists will give you more weight with those jabs than that power shot that you only land twice around. You know what I'm saying? Because you see what I'm saying?
I think y'all were trying to make it seem like all Lomachenko was doing was landing power shots when he was putting in a lot of work. Outside of that too.
No. See, where I think people get it twisted.
And he was defending a lot of them Haney shots. So when y'all say Haney hit him with a lot of shots, he was defending a ton of them shots too.
No, it doesn't matter. He was, again, I'm going to go back to the ring generalship. Some of them jabs, bro, they are controlling the pace of the fight. You get points for that.
Yeah,
but Lomo was controlling the pace of the fight with that left hand.
No, he was countering.
That's controlling pace.
No, it's not. That's responding.
Man, what did Loma do, Lamont, in the fight? You saw Loma backing up a lot.
I saw Lomo advancing a ton too. I saw Haney backing up.
He advanced too. I'm not saying he backed up the whole fight, but a good portion of that fight was spent on the back foot. That's because Devin was controlling tempo by moving forward and dictating the way the fight was going, especially in the earlier half. Like I said, once he figured out Devin's jab and how Devin was countering off the jab, then that's when Devin stopped throwing it.
That's when it changed.
It felt like whenever Lomo was backing up, it felt like he was backing up only to set Haney up. It wasn't because he was getting back down. He was
No,
only
no, no,
backing
no.
up to set something up.
No, but
Otherwise,
you're
other than that, he was advancing forward.
But you're missing the point. The refs see you backing up. They see you're not controlling tempo. You
But
move
Haney was
so-
backing up the
No,
whole.
no, no.
If that's the case, Haney was backing up the first 6 rounds.
No, he wasn't.
No, he wasn't, Lamont.
He was going forward the first 6 rounds. It was the second half of the fight that he was backing up.
I
Lamont.
know what I was watching, man. I know. See, y'all lucky boxing so strict on their videos, and you can't replay nothing, or they'll take the video down.
No, because see, what you would do is you will show me one clean shot, and you'll say that shot won him the round. And every now and then that can be the case.
Y'all telling me a few body shots won the round.
No, I'm telling you, body shots with control.
No, Lamont. He wasn't a few body shots.
It wasn't hitting him with he wasn't getting hit with 15 body shots a round.
Bro, you were out your mind, bro.
Man, no,
he was hitting with them body shots now, Lamont.
Not that many, though. Not that
many. He hit him with a lot of them.
He outlanded them 50. It was 50 body shots to 9.
Okay, so what about
the rest of the punch? He hit him with a lot of them now. A lot of his body shots were to Nate.
This what you missing, Lamont. This what you missing. We're not saying that the body shots is what won the fight or tied the fight. I'm saying the body shots along with the ring generalship and the jab is what controlled the fight. And plus the defense. Like, you got to understand this about Lomachenko. I've seen every one of his fights. This was his 20th fight. I've seen them all, even some of his amateur fights. What Lomachenko does is he gives you certain angles. He doesn't really throw a lot of punches in the beginning of the fight because he's trying to download the data on his opponent. So what he would do is he would move around side to side. He would come forward a little bit. He would back up a little bit. He would try to create diversions because he's not a good off the back foot fighter. And then what he would do in the second half of the fight is wear you down. And then that's when you start to see the flurries and all of that shit. That's why he dominate a lot of his opponents in the second half of the fights. If you go back and watch all his fights, Lamont, you will see that the second half of Lomachenko's fights is dictated by him and dominated by him. What Devin Haney did is that every time Loma would step either to the left or the right, he would step to the left or the right with him to counter to the footsteps. Like, you have to know how to process watching boxing, bro. Like, y'all just looking at punches and all of that shit being thrown like casual fans do. You're not looking at the science.
Why are there so many
you have to have
people saying the same thing, though?
I mean, dude, okay, so you got people, like I said, bro, I had it a draw. You got some people that felt like he won. Some people felt like it was a draw. Some people felt like he lost the fight. To each his own. I got it a draw because I felt like the first half of the fight was dictated by Devin Haney. The second half was dictated by Lomachenko. It was a tale of two fights. And then the rounds in the middle can go either way. They were swing rounds. But at the end of the day, Devin Haney won the fight because, like I told y'all at the beginning of my soliloquy when I first jumped on here, Devin Haney's the undisputed champion. If you want to win those belts, you have to do more than what Lomachenko did. Him throwing a lot of flurries, missing some, landing some, that's not enough to sway the judges to give him the undisputed championship. That's a big deal, bro. He didn't dominate the fight enough to win those belts. So they go sway towards Devin Haney because you got to do more than what Loma did. It's just that simple. That's the way boxing always been.
So,
like him
so
throwing
you're
a bunch
basically admitting that even though Lomachenko won, he didn't do enough to win in dominating fashion.
No, he did not.
Not to win those belts.
He never said he won. He said he had it a draw.
I had it a draw, Lamont. But what I'm telling you is this is how boxing has always been. Like, you have to take it from the champion. You have to take it from him. Like, you starting off slow. You even admitted yourself, Lamont. You thought that Devin Haney was up going into the 6th round. Didn't you just say that?
I had him up, but it wasn't because Lomachenko started slow.
No, okay, so for whatever reason you had him up, you still had him up. It don't matter what the reason it is. If you want to become undisputed, you have to take it to him from round 1. Like, if he didn't knock him out, he would have had to have won clearly. A lot of people felt like he won, but they would admit that it was a close fight. They didn't, like, it wasn't a landslide fight. Like, to me, I'm more upset. I'm upset at that 116, 112 for Devin Haney. I felt like it wasn't 4 rounds of separation in that fight. It was a razor thin fight at best. And like I told you, if I was to sway it to somebody, I would sway it to Lomachenko. But you have to beat the champion. You have to take it to him and beat him.
I thought he beat the champion. Like, I mean,
He
like I
didn't
said,
beat
like all you have to do is beat him out in points. Like, just because he didn't blow him out, don't mean he can't win the fight.
I don't see 7. I don't see how you get 7 rounds out of that, Lamont.
I got 7 rounds out of it.
Can you give me the 7 rounds that you thought he won?
Yeah, I can give them to you. Hold on. I had it pulled up here. Let me pull it back up. Hold on.
No, you thought, not with somebody on.
No,
Online.
I had it written down so I wouldn't forget exactly which rounds because I don't want to misquote.
Okay.
So I got to pull it up because I had it in my notes. But what I was doing, I was downloading the stats for the fight.
Okay.
Hold on, but let me pull up my rounds real quick. Got all types of stuff playing. Hold on, let me get Herm up here. Let me drop the link for Herm and Wisdom Wise. Yeah, we got
It was a great fight, though, overall, though. I'm happy the fight played out the way it did as far as entertainment value. I thought it was a tremendous fight to watch because both of these guys are technical fighters. And to get what we saw in the ring was a beautiful thing. That's the sweet science. Anybody can go in there just throwing wild punches and doing all that. Like, you saw a lot of counters, you saw a lot of feints, you saw a lot of parries. Like you saw a lot of everything in this fight. Defensive flaws, defensive genius, ring generalship, power punches, jabs, everything. You saw some of everything in this fight. I hope they do it again. I would like to see them do it again.
All right, here, Bees. I had Lomachenko winning round 1, Haney winning round 2, Lomachenko winning round 3.
Okay,
Haney,
stop right there. So right now, you have it 2-1 Lomachenko.
Yep.
And I have
after 3 rounds.
And I have it the other way. He did not win the first round.
All right. I had Lomachenko winning the first. Now, 4, 5, and 6, I gave all 3 of those to Haney.
And
I said they were close.
Okay. Yep. I gave the 5th round to Lomachenko.
I gave 7.
Lomachenko actually stunned Haney in the 5th round.
I know, but I felt like the round overall went to Haney, though.
Okay.
And so I gave Haney 4, 5, and 6. So that's why I was saying after 6, I had Haney with the slight edge.
But you had it 4-3. Or you had it 3-3 then.
Hold on. No, Haney had
4.
You
had Haney up 4-2.
No. Haney was up
4, 5, 6.
No. It was 4-2. Yeah, it was 4-2.
Yeah, you had him up 4-2.
Okay, so going into that was at the end of the 6.
Okay, now give me.
Then I had Lomachenko winning
7 through
7,
11.
8, 9, 10, and 11.
Yeah, he didn't win all 5 of those rounds.
And he didn't win 12.
He did not win all 5 of those rounds.
I thought he did, man.
No, that's cool, but I'm just saying I don't think either fighter won 5 rounds in a row in this fight.
Me neither. I mean, boxing is subjective, bro. So you're gonna see what you see. We can watch the same fight and see 2 different things. That's basically what this was.
And so I think it's a fair. I think what Khalil said is fair. They should fight again. I ain't gonna argue with you if you tell me you had it Lomachenko 7-5. If you have any other score than a draw or 7-5, either way, I don't think you saw the same fight.
But when I saw that 116 to 112, it's just like, really?
That's 8-4.
Yeah, that was some trash right there.
That's 8 rounds to 4 is what that is.
Yep. I didn't see 4 rounds separation from either fighter. I thought whoever that judge is needs to get fired and drug tested immediately.
But the other 2 fighters had it 7. The other 2 judges had it 7-5, right?
It was 115, 113, the other 2.
Yeah, so they are the fight almost was a draw.
Hold on, y'all. We got Fredo Emmanuel. He just pulled up, man. He was in the chat with his thoughts on it, man. What you got, Fredo?
Hey, y'all can hear me?
Yes, sir, man. What's good?
Hey, how y'all doing? I just want to say, I agree with Lamont, bro. I was watching this fight, but I just want to say I picked Haney before this fight. I had Haney, but watching this fight, bro, little by little, I was watching Loma just figuring out Haney. He was figuring him out. And I was just surprised when I saw the decision. Really, I was just shocked.
I thought it was gonna be a draw at worst. When I saw Unanimous for Haney. I said a split decision for Haney would have made.
Yeah.
What I would have.
Yeah.
I could have. But for unanimous, and then one of the judges gave it 116. I said, oh.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna give it to Loma.
Yeah.
I didn't.
If you look at the body language on Haney, though, he felt like he lost that fight. You could just look at his corner; they all looked dejected. Like that wasn't a typical Haney reaction to a fight. Normally, he's smiling. He got his fist pumping. He talking. He was literally dejected, bro. Just go back and watch it.
And I thought that was more about, by the end of that fight, it was obvious that Loma was dictating the fight. So when you get into them championship rounds, Loma was winning those. And they put so much emphasis on that on TV that sometimes the fights are over by the time you get there.
Yeah, but then again, those early rounds they were close. Like even like it was fast. These are fast boxers. These are fast guys. Like these guys are fast, so it's tough. And I get the judges can't see everything, but it's not like Haney was just teeing off and Loma was just eating it. That boy was throwing back. He wasn't. He was dishing. He was taking it.
Yeah, he was. I mean, that's why I told Lamont earlier about what Tank Davis does versus what Lomachenko does. It's two totally different fighters. Lomachenko was one of the best pure boxing minds and tacticians in the ring. So he gonna make you look that way. Tank Davis not gonna make Devin look that way, bro. You gonna see a lot of clean right hands, a lot of clean jabs. Like it's gonna be a totally different fight, bro. It's not gonna look the way y'all think it's gonna look. I think he mauls Tank Davis. I think he loses to Shakur.
See, and then on that one, I remember that Loma was touching Haney on the chin. You don't want to get touched by Tank on the chin.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If you look at those shots Loma was punching him with, those were from different angles.
Right. Yeah. But I'm just saying, Tank is he's slick, man. That's a slick
man.
Yeah,
he is. I mean, he is, but he's not a pure boxer like Loma is.
No, I'm not saying that, but I just feel like I feel like people don't really appreciate Tank's, his wisdom, his he has IQ. Like I see the IQ's there.
Yeah,
because train with Mayweather, if you train with money, with Floyd, bro, you got that mindset. You smart. You're not a goofy.
Devin did when he was a little boy. He was actually with Mayweather before. Tank was.
Yeah, did y'all agree with Terrell Davis? Loma looked old. Loma didn't look old to me. That man.
No, Loma didn't look. Loma trained his ass off for this fight. Loma looked like the old Loma. He looked like the Loma that beat Nakatani, that beat Nicholas Walters, that beat Gary Russell, that beat Rigondeaux. He looked like that Loma. He didn't look like the Loma that just fought this Ortiz dude this fight before this one. That's where a lot of people get that from because he looked kind of older. You got to think, bro. He was fighting it for his country. So he stepped away from boxing for a minute. And then he came back and fought Ortiz. He didn't look so good. But this performance right here was vintage Lomachenko. Devin got the best Lomachenko.
Yeah. I'll say this Lomachenko would have beat Teofimo Lopez that fight.
Yeah, he would have beat him. He would have definitely won.
Yeah.
But he didn't throw no punches in the first 6 rounds.
He didn't. No, he was trigger shy for like 6 rounds straight, I believe. Something like
that. Because Teo got power. So he didn't want to and Teo's a fast starter. So that's where a lot of his knockouts come from is within them first 5 or 6 rounds. So he played the distance game and tried to tire him out. He had a somewhat similar game plan in this fight, but I thought in this fight he threw more shots early than he did in the Teofimo fight. But overall, this was a great performance. He didn't look old at all.
Yeah.
This was vintage Lomachenko right here.
Yeah,
who can beat anybody at 135.
Just curious what he does next, what's next for him.
What, Lomachenko?
Yeah.
That's what I was just thinking. And that's another thing. It's like after a fight like this, now he's like 17-3, I'm assuming. And it's just like, where do you go from here, man? You just had the fight of your life. It should have to a lot of people, it should have at least been a draw. Like and now because he just showed how dangerous he was, nobody's really going to want to fight him. Not anybody good, not anybody on the rise.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Where does he go now?
It's tough. That's tough. Man.
It's the messed up part about it, man.
He gonna take some time off.
A rematch would be interesting though.
With T.O., he could probably get the T.O. fight again. I'll try to avenge that loss.
True.
But T.O. moved to 140 though, so I don't know if T.O. would be willing to go back down to 135 to fight him.
I forgot. Nah, he probably wouldn't. Knowing him, nah.
And what's up with this? And Khalil, you could probably explain. Oh, Khalil's good. B's probably somebody. Khalil probably be back. I think he just dropped out. Why these fighters move it up and down in weight classes so much? To like, what's going on with? Like, what's the point of why can't they just meet in the middle at a new fight and just go fight so that nobody's walking into the fight with a significant disadvantage? Like they had to do to Ryan Garcia.
Oh, you talking about what Teofimo and Loma?
It's just like all this moving up and down. I mean, obviously, I understand that some fighters want to go capture belts in other weight classes and do things like that, but I think all these different weight classes, it just prevents us from seeing the best fight the best.
Mm-hmm. I agree. There's too many belts in boxing. They got way too many damn belts.
Yep.
And see, the public be deceived by it because if you see a person with belts, you would automatically think that that's the champion. But then you got other belts floating around. You got 4 other different belts. So it's just like, well, who the real champion? Like when Tank Davis moved up to 140 and fought Barrios and won that WBA belt, that was the lesser belt of that weight class. Regis Prograis and Josh Taylor had the real belts, like the super champion belts. Like that shit Tank Davis got was some BS. That was a BS belt, and he paying sanctioning fees on the belt that really don't mean shit. You got the ones Devin got; those are all the real belts, and he defended it against George Kambosos, and now he just defended them again against Vasiliy Lomachenko. So he's the real champion at 135. He got every single major belt. But if you look down through the rest of those belts, you got like interim belts and all that. So you will see some other people at 135 with belts. Them bullshit belts. Those don't mean anything. Those not real belts. So they need to get rid of a lot of these belts. They only do that for these boxers to have to pay these sanctioning fees and shit. Which confuse people, like, and them sanctioning fees be costing money. Also, you can walk around with and take pictures with belts to make yourself seem like you the real champ. Like it's BS.
And it's like, when was the last time Earl Spence or Terrence Crawford even fought any fight at all?
they BSing.
It's like, what's going on, man? Like, I remember when boxers used to could fight 2-3 times a year.
Even more than that, like in the 80s and shit, back when Duran and Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard and Hagler and all them guys, they was fighting like 4 times a year, sometimes even 5. Even Mike Tyson, he would fight a lot. He would fight like 4 or 5 times a year. Like, I mean, they got rid of that. Like, I'm telling y'all, it's the Floyd Mayweather shit. That's why you only see these dudes fighting like once or twice a year, and they try to keep their undefeated record because Floyd made it fashionable. In order for you to be the best, you can't have a blemish on your record when that's BS. Because if you was to comprise a top 10 list of your favorite boxers, every single one of them will have losses, multiple losses. My favorite fighter is Ali. He got 5 losses. Like, you losing don't mean nothing. It's about you coming back and avenging that loss and bouncing back. That's what make a true champion. Like, Floyd kind of messed up the game with all that politics and shit like that. Like, I ain't gonna totally blame him, but he a big reason why we don't get the Errol Spence and like, these dudes not even household names, bro. Like, a lot of people, if you don't really watch boxing, you don't know who Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford is. They can come here and now and walk down the street, and mostly anybody wouldn't even know who the hell they are. So, like, these dudes ain't even, like, household superstar names, man. They just, within the boxing ranks, people know who they are. But if you don't watch it, you ain't gonna know these dudes. You didn't have to watch boxing to know who Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather was, so it made more sense for them to build up the interest in that fight. These dudes gonna be so old, people ain't gonna even want to watch the fight no more. Like, I'm losing interest in the shit. I watch it, but I'm not about to pay for it. I'll stream the shit at this point. It's been like, what, 5-6 years now? Come on, man.
You're not wrong.
This is BS. That's why I like the MMA. Like, all of they great fighters, they fight. Like, it don't matter. Like, at some point you gonna see that man. Like, it ain't no damn politics and all that. That's the credit I will give Dana White. He will make the best fight the best.
Facts. Facts. Yep. Yeah.
We'll
That's why
see, man. He said, bro, spitting. Everybody saying Khalil right, man, but it's gonna be hard for me to accept this one right here, man.
Let it go, Lamar.
I know y'all breaking it down, but man,
No, I get you, bro. I mean, like you admitted it at the beginning, man. You were casual, but you saw what you saw. Like, it ain't nothing wrong with that. Like, at the end of the day, that's what boxing is. Like, you gonna have some gift decisions. You gonna have some fans that's outraged over it, but that's what make boxing boxing. But at the end of the day, if they was to spring another big fight, y'all will be right back to watch it at the end of the day because it drew interest. Like, let's say if they announced Gervonta Davis versus Devin Haney tomorrow, everybody gonna line up to buy those tickets or buy that pay-per-view. It don't matter that Devin got a gift decision in this fight. To a lot of, I say at least the vast majority of people. I'm in the minority saying a draw. Bees is in the super minority saying that he thought Devin Haney won the fight. The majority of the fans and the professional or casual thought that Lomachenko won the fight. But they will watch another Devin Haney fight, even if it's to see him lose. They will watch another fight, and that's the intrigue that boxing put on his fans. But I hope he rematch him. I would like to see it again. Me being a boxing fan, I would love to see it again.
man,
I would too.
like even with the Tank and Ryan Garcia fight, I saw early in that fight, you could clearly see there was a class difference there. Like Tank just was just superior to Ryan Garcia.
I told you that, bro. You
you did tell me
bet
that.
on that motherfucker. Like I told you, like and see that was your casual kicking out because you probably saw a couple of highlights of him knocking somebody out. But you have to pay attention, bro. Like that dude shout out to Ryan. He went to a different camp. Like Ryan's a great fighter. He's just not ready yet because he don't have no real championship moments. His biggest fight up to that point was Luke Campbell, who was a journeyman essentially. He a solid guy, but he was a journeyman. Like he's still young in his development. He don't know how to do a lot of stuff. He back out in straight lines. He got a lot of flaws. Tank Davis has been in pay-per-view fights for years now, bro. So the experience level is night and day. Like I told you, like it's like you a pure basketball mind. It's like you going into a regular YMCA and you busting everybody ass in there until you get to the fucking NBA and start playing against NBA players. Yeah. You're going to lose. It's the same concept, bro. You can't fight a bunch of bums and then get in there with a purebred and expect to win. Like you go get your ass kicked. It's that simple. So he young enough to change his career. Like that one loss shouldn't like fuck him up. Like he should be okay. Depending on how serious he take boxing, he need to get off Instagram and all of this shit and get in that gym and take it more serious now. He want to be a model. Like you can't have 1 foot in, 1 foot out in boxing. Like you either got to be all in or be all out. You can't be in the middle or you go keep getting beat up and embarrassed. Exactly. That's the way it works. It's a gladiator sport.
Yep. Yeah.
Lamont, I'm dropping gems on your channel, man. You need to give me some money for that. No, I'm talking shit, man. It's always a pleasure, bro. Man. Always a pleasure, man. I was surprised when I seen it in my timeline. I'm like,
bro, I seen this, man. I saw this fight, man. I couldn't believe it. Like I saw that Lomo.
You was right at a lot of your points, though, and you got the right to feel what you felt. Like everybody saw a different fight. Like I said, boxing is subjective, bro. Like you could be seeing the same fight and see two different outcomes. Like to me, I saw a draw, but Loma did a lot of great work up in there, man. And I kind of he had Devin going into the fight. I had Devin Haney going into the fight. But Loma did a lot of stuff that surprised me, and it showed me that he still got something in the tank. And this performance will shy away a lot of people. That's why I brought up maybe Teofimo rematch, but I forgot Teo moved up to 140. So I don't know. I hope Devin just rematch him because this can't sit well with Devin Haney. I pay attention to body language. He felt like he lost this fight. I can tell. Like I've been watching Devin Haney since he was a kid. Huh?
Like the people gonna start talking, you know, they're gonna be hitting them on socials and all that stuff, you know.
Oh, they already flooding his DMs and his Instagram and all that, saying he lost, he got a gift decision and all that. Like they already bothering. So this couldn't sit well with him because this the first fight that I seen Devin lose multiple rounds. Like I never seen him lose that many rounds in the fight before, never. So this can't sit right with him. Now that you know what to expect from Loma, go in there with a different game plan and win a more decisive fight. This couldn't sit well with him. It couldn't. And I understand Lomachenko stormed out. He's mad because he felt like he did enough to win the fight. And a lot of the fans felt like he won the fight. So this can't sit well with him either. So if I'm him, I'm on the phone with Devin Haney now. Hey, what's up with a rematch? You can take the lion's share of the money. I just want the rematch. Even if you don't put the belts on the line, let's just get another rematch in. You know what I'm saying? Like, to make it official so we could get a better outcome. That's like what I'm doing.
It's like when Floyd, you remember Floyd fought Maidana, that first one, they said, oh, Maidana had that, and then he ran it back and he whooped that.
He ran it back. He ran it right back immediately. Did he do the same thing with Castillo too? Earlier in his career, I think he fought Luis Castillo again too, right away. Like, you got to avenge them losses, man. You got to.
Man.
Hold on, let me show y'all this right here real quick. I got a couple of them I'm gonna show you.
Right here for a second. Shakur, what'd you think of the fight, man? Who'd you see winning the fight?
Lomachenko won. I had it like 8-4 Lomachenko.
Did you said after the ring that Haney ran out of the ring? Is that how you felt?
Yeah, he said something and just ran out the ring on some weird stuff. I know that he's tougher than that, so he should have stayed there, face the music.
So you scored. What was your final score on it then?
8-4 Lomachenko.
Is it a robbery or is this a close fight? That if you know?
Nah, I thought it was robbery.
Damn.
So Lomachenko won.
I couldn't even hear it, but I'll rewatch it. But somebody already said that. He said that he thought.
He said he thought it was a robbery, man. He said he had an 8-4 Lomachenko.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it was that wide. Like I said, if I was to lean towards a fighter, it would be Loma slight, like by a round or something like that. I thought that 11th round to me really was like the main round. Like, it was so clear. You could have gave it a 10-8.
Yeah.
I felt like if he was just a tad bit more aggressive and really pursued it, he could have got a knockdown or a knockout.
Yeah, he could have, but he was tired, man. Them dudes, like, that was the ultimate chess match in there, bro. Like, if you talk about a chess match in boxing, that was it. Like, it was a lot of little small, and I'm gonna go back and rewatch it again. But it was so many different things. This is one of them fights where every time you watch it, you figure out something new that either fighter was doing. Like he was in there gas. Like, if you remember, he had the bucket under him when he was in his corner. Like, and they was like squeezing the sponge of water on his head. Like, he was so damn tired. Both of them were, man, because it's two guys that got a lot to desire. Like, it was just a good fight, bro. As a boxing fan, I'm happy.
I'm
gonna
let George Henderson go ahead and hit the link, George. See, George, we trying to talk boxing, man, and you want to come up so bad and talk about LeBron James and the Lakers.
Man, who cares about that right now, bro?
That's it, man. I picked them to get to the Western Conference Finals. That's it.
I mean, the Lakers losing to a better team. Denver has been the best team, and they've been under the radar the whole year. So, yeah, they feel some type of way. And when you hear a coach come out and say he's sick of these narratives and all of this, it was more so about what the Lakers didn't do versus what they did do. They feel some type of way. They do got a 2-time MVP on their team, and they got one of the better performers in Jamal Murray on their team. They got a loaded team.
That's what, and you know, Khalil, since when has a number 1 seed beating a 7 seed ever been that big of a deal?
It's not. Like, if they sweep them Sunday or Monday, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. Like, the Lakers really shouldn't have got past the Golden State Warriors. Like, they overachieving where they playing with house money. And at this point, you know, they look gassed, they look fatigued. Like, it's a lot to deal with. You coming off a series where you got to chase around Curry and all this and do everything that Golden State like to do. Like, these dudes, they main players is tired. Like, LeBron looked tired as hell. This dude is in year 20, bro. Like, that's how I know y'all indirectly praising LeBron. Because if you think for a 38-year-old man in the year 20 is supposed to perform at the level of these guys that he in the league with, you sadly mistaken. He did everything. He should be getting carried right now. Anthony Davis and all of the rest of these Laker players should be carrying LeBron at this point. He still shouldn't be in the conversation with these Jamal Murrays and Jokers and all these guys. He shouldn't be there.
I think
you got to trade.
I don't know why Darvin Ham has this love affair with D'Angelo Russell, man.
Oh, yeah, that dude. I don't get it either. They attacking him.
Russell was the biggest liability on the floor today, and he kept putting them out. Like, they even the announcer said at halftime, he was like, you can't start D'Angelo Russell coming out of like, everybody's seeing it. He keeps playing this dude, man. And it's just like,
he's not providing nothing on either side of the ball. And for whatever reason, Darvin Ham like to run these 3-guard lineups. Like, it's a lot. I mean, he a rookie coach, so I'm not gonna get too bad on him, but it's certain obvious stuff that you need to adjust in game. And you right, for whatever reason, he just want him in there because it was a report that came out that basically said that if you was to bench D'Angelo Russell, you would lose. He would lose confidence, and he not doing nothing no way. So who cares? This ain't a popularity contest or a love contest. Like, dude, y'all should get to the finals. Like, y'all right there. You got to do what you got to do to get to the finals. Fuck D'Angelo Russell. And how he feel about anything. Like, if this ain't the series for him, they didn't play Vando that much in the Golden State series. Like, you didn't see him crying and complaining. Like, you got to be ready. Look at what Lonnie Walker did. They benched him the whole second half of the season since they made the acquisitions. He came right in there and performed in Game 4 of the Golden State series. So, like, dude, you got to put your feelings to the side. This is a business at the end of the day. And the Lakers franchise is in the business of winning. They got 17 banners. So don't nobody care about how you feel. If y'all lose him, then y'all just lost his ass. That's just one less player you got to worry about. You can put more minutes on Hachimura and all the rest of those guys. I don't get it, man. And the Lakers fans want his head. I see him dogging them all on Twitter and everywhere else. They saying he should get fired now and all this shit. So I don't know, man.
I mean, the coaches are nice on the market.
Nah, you're not going to get better than Darvin Ham just got you.
But I mean, you got Monty, Nick Nurse.
But what I'm saying is, you bring in one of those guys,
champions.
Who's to say that those guys can immediately make the Lakers a championship contender?
Well, I mean, the fact that they have
if it ain't broke, I'm a big believer. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't go around trying to find what's shiner, especially with the coaching staff, man. You got a solid staff. As long as you got LeBron on your team, you just need an ego manager. You don't really need an X's and O's coach. So,
hey, Lamont, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Hey, look, Bees. I know Bees was cracking up.
Bees. I said with Denver, I said I'm not tripping on Denver winning. Obviously, they the better team. They've been a number 1 seed all year.
Yeah.
Jokic and Murray. This man Murray, I don't know what's gotten into him, but this man is looking he just looks unstoppable. And I said before the playoffs started, I said the Lakers' biggest problem, and this is why I didn't think they could beat Memphis. I said they struggle to contain dynamic guards. If you have a dynamic guard that knows how to operate off that pick and roll and get into the lane, the Lakers, they did a good job of chasing around Ja Morant and making him struggle, but they can't contain Murray at all.
Well, they can't because the rest of the Denver team can't bury you.
Yep.
Those guys are making shots.
And that's the problem. I mean, some of them dudes is taking practice shots out there, Lamont.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them shots are practice shots. That's how good of shots they get. Once Murray started to crank up, it's Katie bar the door because now there's two players that they can't contain. I think the biggest indictment in this series, and I've heard a lot of Darvin scam and people getting mad at Darvin Ham. They can't match up with Denver. It was a good matchup during the season, but look, Jokic has ascended. Murray is ascending. Anthony Davis is the 4th best player on the floor. Mm-hmm. You could argue. You can't win a series when you don't have 1 or 2 of the best players on the floor. It's hard to win a series that way. So even though D'Angelo Russell, the one question I do have for Darvin Ham is, what did Beasley do that you can't even try him in this series?
Exactly. Or Wenyen Gabriel, to me. Wenyen Gabriel's a physical type of big that is least active in the paint.
Right. I can see why they wouldn't play him because he's going to give you less than Vanderbilt's giving you. Vanderbilt's going to give you defense, but he allows the Nuggets to improve on defense.
Who can't shoot either.
Because he can't shoot. And so when you get him out there and Anthony Davis is being passive, it's a problem.
I agree.
So I need this question from you, Lamont.
Mm-hmm.
How do you explain Anthony Davis's inconsistency?
Man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, you know what though? I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, I think this is just who he is. I mean, if you think back on it and why a lot of his teams in the past have not really succeeded to the level that they could have, I mean, I think this just might be who he is. This is his mental makeup. I think maybe in his true essence, he's a 3 on a good team and not a 2.
That's what
Damn.
Which I asked you that question to ask you this question. The Lakers got a really good team right now. They actually surprised me, and they're better than I thought they were.
Yeah.
But given how far they are away from Denver, do you have to move him this offseason, Anthony Davis?
Well, I think you move him because playing another year with him isn't going to make you better. Like there's nothing he can do this offseason that's going to have him go into next year and say, okay, AD's going to be ready to go next year and he's going to be bigger and better. He's not like a young player. He's only going to regress and get older and get worse. And so I think with the value that he has left, a ton of teams will be willing to trade for him right now. Maybe you can maximize his trade value by trading him now, but on the flip side of that, you trade him now, you piss off LeBron.
It doesn't matter.
Bring someone back for LeBron. Send AD to Chicago.
Yeah, but LeBron has a lot of weight over there. And if LeBron don't want AD to go, AD ain't going nowhere. And that's like if you get rid of AD, you have to be prepared to move on from LeBron too. If he's totally opposed to that. And if you bring it up and then you start putting it in LeBron and AD's mind that AD they're thinking about trading him, and he's like, you don't want to poison your organization like that unless you are 100% for sure you know the repercussions of the move.
Right. But that's like Trap God. I was advocating 2 years ago that they trade him for Dame.
Yep.
And he got in there, Jeremy Grant and Dame.
Man.
I just think that coming back into next year, the Lakers are in a good spot, but they're gonna fall. I think Phoenix will get a little better next year, and Denver's gonna be the obvious favorite out the West next year.
Yeah.
And you're leaps and bounds from them.
Yeah, Denver is going to get tough. I mean, I don't think they're going to have a whole bunch of contractual issues either.
Oh, no.
Denver's going to be tough. And that Aaron Gordon, man. I mean, Aaron Gordon is the perfect example of what happens when you take a guy who's been he was thrust in Orlando into that number 1 role. He never was a true 1. Going to Denver, they put him in his true role of being a 3. Which is where I kind of feel AD probably should be. And you see how he's thriving. But it's tough to even put that together. It's tough to get another guy. They tried Russ. That didn't work. So, don't know. George Henderson says blow it up. I mean, I don't know. It's tough to just blow it up, man. It's tough. It's when you hit that reset button, you're going to be in for a lot of hard times. And
yeah, because what right now they got LeBron for 1 more year and he's going to opt out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they can run the team back, but they're going to have some issues now because what do they do with D'Lo now? Can they bring him back? I mean,
honestly, I think
ahead.
what's going to take place, Bees, is I think with D'Lo's performance and a couple of these other guys, like Vando, as good as he is, I think the Lakers are going to make a heavy push towards Kyrie Irving now. I think they were kind of
You
sitting
think
back and
so?
waiting to see. Yeah, I think so. I think they were kind of sitting back and just waiting to see how some of these auxiliary pieces go, and if they didn't perform to that level, like the harder you get, the further you go in the playoffs, the harder it get. D'Lo been struggling since the Memphis series, so he's been performing. He'll have one good game out of each series, so I think they move away from him and try to go get Kyrie Irving. To be honest, that's my true belief.
Yeah, but what I think if they do that, they got to give up Rui.
Yeah, they got to give either or the white.
Yeah, and I think
Somebody gotta
Rui
go.
and Austin Reeves needs to be their number one priorities this offseason before they start looking at anybody
Well,
else.
the word is they can offer him $50 million, but he's going to be offered more than that.
Yep.
Austin Reeves, yeah.
Yeah, I heard teams are willing to offer him up to 80.
Yeah.
And performances like tonight is the reason why.
Hey, Backdoor, you are sick, bro. Joker is now a superstar, bro. I don't
Yeah,
know.
Joker. I don't know why y'all keep trying to discredit that dude. That man is amazing. That dude is he's showing you how dominant he is. Like he don't have to score. Like he let Murray do the scoring, but he did everything else. Like I don't get why y'all keep trying to discredit this dude. Like Anthony Davis, all you heard was how great Anthony Davis was defensively this entire playoff run. And now you get to this series and AD he looks inferior to this dude.
Hey, they can't even play him on him.
No, like it's embarrassing almost. Like this shit is embarrassing. This nigga went from Bill Russell to fucking what's his name? These Lakers fans is losing their minds, and all you hear is everything but the obvious. Like they just losing to a better team. Like Denver been the number one team the whole year, and now see, I think what it is that a lot of people didn't see a lot of Denver games, so they were kind of underestimating them until they got to see them in prime time, and now they see how good this Denver been doing the same shit all year. They've been doing the same thing all year.
I can honestly say that was one of my. I didn't watch enough Denver games this year. I didn't know they were this good. I ain't gonna lie.
What did I tell you, Lamont? They're the most balanced team in the league.
You called it. You called it.
And the Lakers don't have the offense to play with them, and they weren't going to be able to guard them defensively. What they've been hanging their hat on all playoffs was not going to be the case in this series because of Joker. If you take Joker off that team, the Lakers clamp this team down.
That's true. That is true.
Then they couldn't impose their will. Once they lost game one, I'm like, the Lakers about to lose this series. Because if you notice the other two series, they won game one and they were able to assert their dominance on the rest of the series. In this series, they lost the first three games. Even if they win tomorrow, Sunday or Monday, they still gonna lose when they go back to Denver. It's going to be 4-1.
Hey, Khalil, I came over here, got on the FYF Sports, had people coming at my neck, telling me that the Lakers' second half wasn't fool's gold, and I kept trying to tell them it was fool's gold because of how good they shot from the 3-point line. And then I saw, and this just only cemented it, I saw them play the Lakers' pace. The Lakers controlled the game, but at a certain point, they didn't have enough offense.
Mm-hmm.
And the Nuggets.
Jokic is probably gonna have a championship at the end of this year. And now that with that championship, he's going to shut a lot of people up, and he's going to defend those 2 MVPs that he got that a lot of people didn't think he was worthy of back-to-back MVPs or even 3. This postseason is proving he was worthy of the 3rd MVP.
Yeah, it is. Because people get to see him now. People see what Bees and what a lot of people were saying. Like, I gave you some pushback on the Golden State series and the Memphis series, Bees, but when you start talking about this series, you didn't hear no pushback from me because I already knew what it was. I seen at least like 20 games from this team, at
Khalil,
least 20.
To your credit, you used to didn't like him, and I heard you at the beginning of this year say, "Hey, I've been judging this dude unfairly."
Yeah.
I remember you saying that because you actually watched him play.
Yeah, I saw enough games, man. Like the games I saw, bro. Like the way he dictate everything for them. Like he like 2 players in one, may even 3 players in one. He a dominant rebounder, he a dominant facilitator and scorer. Like that's hard to find in one dude. And then people look at him, he tall, white dude, look goofy, don't got a muscular shape, so people automatically just dismiss him. But they don't take it to effect. Like this dude IQ for the game is through the fucking roof. Like you don't have to be like LeBron and dunking over everybody and doing all that. Like as long as you know how to play the game, and people like look at what he's doing to these. Like look at what he's doing to Anthony Davis. Like Anthony Davis is he be making him look like he ain't nothing. And Anthony Davis is probably the best defensive big man in the league, and he's toying with this dude. Like that shit is crazy to me, bro. Joker, he the best player in the NBA. You just have to be honest. I don't care about him being a white guy and all that. That shit don't matter to me. Like people get so caught up in race. Like that. This we're seeing the best player in the NBA perform at the highest level right now.
You taking him over Giannis?
Hell yeah, he do way more than Giannis.
Yeah,
like,
when I watch him, I gotta say he can like when he's not scoring, he can still impact. Like when offensively, when Giannis isn't scoring, how can he impact the game? Like Jokic can have a bad offensive game, but still have 10, 12 assists and still dominate in other ways.
Well,
and this is also proven he's not as bad defensively as a lot of people tried to make it seem.
Yep.
He's actually a pretty solid defender, and he only really gets beat because he's just kind of slow. But other than that, and D'Angelo Russell, he's not a D'Angelo Russell on defense.
Right.
He definitely
No, I wouldn't say that.
D'Angelo Russell's proven he is. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I don't know why this man is playing him so much.
He the perfect example of if you can't score, what else is you doing? Like this dude literally can't do nothing on either side of the ball, nothing.
Right.
And they giving this dude minutes.
HNIC. I don't think so. I don't think if he wins the Finals MVP, teams will try to go bigger because you're just not going to find a big with his skill level.
Nope. It ain't one. They better hope Victor Wembanyama is like the next coming because he going to get dominated too. He too light in the ass.
But Giannis had the same frame, though, coming into the league, and he bulked up.
Yeah, but see, Joker do the same thing to Giannis that he's doing to AD. I bet you Joker's 315, 310. That's a lot of weight with that skill.
Yep.
And he will wear you down. I think that was one of the Lakers. When I saw LeBron last game guard Joker, that was the white flag.
Yeah.
That was Darvin Ham waving the white flag right there. Because if you make LeBron do anything to expend energy at this point, he's their closer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you can't have no 40-year-old closer out there having to play defense the whole game like he's had to play in this series. He ain't had, and then when you look at Golden State made him play defense the whole game.
Yeah.
And all them games off against Memphis, they got all them 2-3 games off between Memphis, so he was fresh.
Yeah.
That was easy.
He's been going every other day since that Memphis series.
Yep. And another thing is the fact that, think about it, the Lakers since the break, they've been playing must-win basketball because they had to get back into the playoff race. So they've been going hard for like the past 2.5, 3 months now. And it's starting to wear down on them. Like you can't play all those significant games, expend all that energy, then go into the playoffs. Look at who they playing, bro. Like you playing dynamic guards in every series. You went from Ja Morant to Steph Curry. Now you got Jamal Murray. Like these dudes is tired, bro. These niggas tired as hell. Like you can't keep up that defensive responsibility for that long. Like you gonna start to break down. And like you said, Bees, they can't score with Denver. Like Denver just got too many weapons coming off the bench. Bruce Brown is as good as Austin Reeves and any of those other guys they got as they auxiliary players.
That's a minute.
And this dude is like the 6th man, 7th man on the bench.
But
So, like, it's
I've
like,
always
what do you
thought
do?
Bruce Brown was nice.
Yeah, I did too, even when he was in Brooklyn. If you look
And-
at the Brooklyn series against the Celtics, the year they got swept, he was Brooklyn's best player.
Yeah.
And you got that coming off your bench. Like, what do you expect if you a Lakers fan? These niggas got machine guns, M16s, all type of shit. Y'all running in this bitch with swords and one handgun. Like, what the hell you think gonna happen, bro? You gonna lose.
KCP.
And they don't miss open shots. Like every time the Lakers have a breakdown, and you think, okay, maybe they just might miss a shot. They don't miss open shots. So you leave them open, they make shots, and that's where they're killing the Lakers. Like every time the Lakers had a breakdown, every time somebody was falling, LeBron falls to the floor, they hit it. KCP hits the three top of the key. And, AD and Schroeder hit the floor. Gordon gets the rebound, kicks it out. They hit a wide. Like every time the Lakers did some goofiness, they scored. And it's just like, man,
just too much firepower, too much.
They just better, man. They just better. I mean, at the end of the day, I just try to keep it simple. And sometimes you just run into teams that's just better. It don't matter how bad they play. Murray proved it. They just better.
Murray had 30 points in the first half, bro.
Murray did whatever he wanted to every Laker on the floor. Vanderbilt, Schroeder, especially Russell. He had AD. He hit a three in his eyeball. LeBron tried, scored on Bron. Man, it's just, man.
We also got to remember that the coaching matters too. Mike Malone been in this business for longer than Darvin Ham. He knows the X's and O's better. And that's why I believe the Heat are going to go to the finals, because Spoelstra is a better coach than Mazzulla. I just think coaching matters in this league also. I mean, in this postseason.
It does, bro. Like, if you look at Miami's roster, you're like, who the fuck are these dudes? With the exception of Jimmy Butler, Bam, and fucking Kevin Love. Like, who the hell is Strauss and all these dudes? Like, he dispelled that notion that LeBron carried them to final. He dispelled that notion, bro. They had the really good coaches. He was a really good coach then, and he proven it even more now. Like, this dude been in the Eastern Conference Finals the last 3 out of 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he seemed to get there no matter what the roster constructed is. Like, he getting there. And you went into Boston and beat them at home in the first 2 games. Like, this looking real dark. It's gonna get real dark going back to Miami. I don't even think True gonna put up a string. True, I'd be shocked if he put up.
That's what I said. I said he might not come back to the U.S., man. After that, he might turn into a passport, bro. He might be gone.
That nigga out of there, bro. They went over there and got y'all out the way.
I said at the beginning of the playoff series, I said, man, something funny is going on with this Miami Heat team. I said, I feel like I just wouldn't want to play them in the playoffs. And I didn't pick them to get past the Bucks. And it's just like, man, they didn't ran through everybody. They ain't just beating them. They running through teams.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
Yeah, they is. They play the same way, bro. They play hard and they hit their shots. They got 3 snipers over there. Like, them dudes is legit snipers. And then you got Jimmy Butler, who is probably the best closer we got left in the playoffs. Like, that's what's gonna happen. He outperformed Tatum in both home games down the stretch, bro.
And Jimmy Butler makes buckets at the end of games. Man. He manufactures.
Man,
dang.
That's Jordan's son.
Rest in peace, Boston. Y'all in trouble. Even if y'all win a home game and win a road game, y'all probably gonna still lose this series because y'all was up. They was up by 14 and still lost at home.
Hey, you got them losing, Lamont?
Who?
Boston.
Hell yeah, I got them losing. But I like I said, certain teams that just you gotta stop picking against them. And when a team goes up 2-0 and you had home court advantage, they the better team.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
No way this Boston team has enough discipline to win 4 games out of what? How many remaining? 5?
5 games left.
They miss Ime.
Yeah, they do. That's the time of the year where your flaws get exploited. Just like the Lakers getting their flaws exploited, so is Boston.
That's true, man.
So
everything they wasn't good at, you see it in prime time now. They coming out. They unraveling.
So what do you think of the Denver-Miami matchup, Lamont?
Ooh.
It's tricky because I feel like if anybody can figure out how to defend Jokic, it's Spoelstra.
Facts.
If he figured out the Tatum, he's figured out the Giannis thing. I figure if anybody can figure that out, it's him. And then I keep thinking these teams got players who can guard Jimmy Butler. Ain't nobody guard Jimmy Butler.
Nah.
If Boston can't guard him, then the Nuggets,
if Drew Holiday couldn't guard him, that's the problem. If Drew Holiday couldn't guard him, who can?
Yeah, Denver don't got nobody to guard him. The only thing I would say is he's still gonna. I don't think they're gonna slow Joker down, because if they find a way to not make him a scorer, he's gonna facilitate.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take his facilitating away, I do not see Bam or Kevin Love keeping him from scoring. I just don't see that.
But if you take away Murray, which Butler will do, that's a problem.
No, not necessarily. Because
I mean, that's his go. That's his butt. That's the second. That's his right hand man.
Right.
That's his Pippen.
No, but the thing is that with Murray, Jimmy got to expend a lot of energy to guard Jamal Murray.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be down for that.
And
Jimmy's down for that.
It don't matter if he's down for it. Is he going to be able to give you the offense you need game in, game out? Because they need him. He's got to play well in that series.
Yep.
So I wouldn't put him on. I wouldn't put him on Jamal Murray to the crunch time of the game. There ain't no way I would have him running through a Joker screen in the first quarter for no reason.
I agree.
That's a fair point. But then who are you putting on Murray then?
Well, no, but Miami, he's going to zone up. They're going to play zone, just like they've been doing against every damn body. And that's going to change how Denver's offense attacks. Because you're not going to be – the pick and roll is not going to be as effective in a zone. So
I think you'll see Joker move to the high post, and his IQ will bring him out of that zone, just like Braun and Rondo brought him out a couple years ago.
I can see that.
Yeah, they got much better three-point shooters on this Denver team than that Lakers team did. Rondo was hitting shots we never saw him making his career in that series.
Yeah, he was shooting, like 45% from the three?
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I was like, who the fuck is this? This motherfucker was hitting everything.
Man.
It'll be an intriguing series. I think a lot of people would say they won't watch it because it's two teams with not a lot of star power on it. I mean, you got Jimmy and you got Joker, but I mean, I think it'll be entertaining still. I'm gonna definitely watch it. I think those are two teams coming out of their respective conferences.
How big of a disappointment, Khalil, is this for the league not getting the Lakers and the Celtics?
All this do bees is it dispel that notion that the league is fixed and they wanted to see LeBron versus the Celtics and all this stupid shit that everybody was running with those narratives. This all this do is it dispels that, because if the Nuggets win tomorrow, people like Carcino and all these need to shut their channels down, because all they talked about was, the Lakers want. I mean, the league want to see LeBron versus Durant and LeBron versus the Celtics, and just putting all these dumbass narratives in the air. So that dispelled all that BS. Like, these players is really playing out here. Like, I hate when people say it's fixed and rigged. Go try working out with one of these NBA players. Like, these dudes work out all year round, a lot of them, and they dedicated to their craft. And for y'all to come in here and say, that the league is fixing games and all that's unfair to these players that work hard their whole life to get to this point. Like, these dudes is unathletic. They don't work out. They eat sloppy. They do everything wrong, and they kind of project how they life go to these players. Like, these dudes be working their asses off. Like I told y'all, I used to play against Earl Boykins, one of the smallest players in the league. This dude used to drop 50 on us. I'm 6'5", and the rest of my team was taller than I am. And this dude was out there schooling us like we wasn't nothing.
Yeah.
Like, these dudes ain't no joke. Like, the NBA is no joke. It's one of the most coveted professions to be in. That's why they created, like, the G leagues and all these different overseas leagues, because all of these leagues is doing is trying to prepare players to get into the hardest league it is to play in. And it's unfair for people to always draw these stupid ass narratives like these players ain't working hard, and that's a privilege to be in that league. Like, Lamont understand that. Like, he about as closest to the NBA as anybody on YouTube is. That's not directly in the league. Like that shit, the NBA is hard, bro. That shit hard as fuck. You going against the best players in the world. This a big ass world, and you going against the top athletes all around the world. Like that shit ain't hard. It ain't easy, man. It's hard. So get these dudes some credit, bro. Like I'm still gonna watch it if Denver get in there against Miami. Nobody picked this outcome at the beginning of the year. I know you picked Denver to get in there, but nobody picked Miami. Not even Miami fans. They didn't even have these motherfuckers in there.
Shit, they barely got through the play-in.
Right. They lost their first play-in game. Like, and for them to go from that to 2 games away from making to the finals, like, come on, bro.
But imagine an 8 seed winning it all, man.
That should be one of the best stories ever. Wow. Like they would have to make a story. They gonna make a movie about that shit. Jimmy Butler go get a statue in Miami.
If they were to win this chip, bro, he would become the greatest Heat player of all time.
Yep, he would surpass Dwayne Wade. Because I heard you on somebody's platform, Beans, the other day. I want to say it was Bangs. It was a late night stream.
Yeah.
Where they tried to argue with you about LeBron being a top Lakers player in the top Miami Heat. Like, no, he's not. He don't have the time spent there, man. Like, okay, you won 2 finals, you won a couple of finals MVPs, but you didn't stay there long enough to be held in that standard. Like how Dwayne Wade was there most of his career. Kobe was there for 20 fucking years with the Lakers. He'll never be in that class.
Right.
Never. Mm-hmm. Like like how long you been with a franchise matter? Like LeBron spent 7 years the first time and then 4 years. So that's 11 years he spent in the Cavs jersey. That's where his home is. That's where he is.
That's where he'll carry that moniker.
Yeah.
Funny is MacDell. Hey, MacDell, instead of you writing "stop it," you should be hitting the Cash App and sending me my 200. Clowns! I told y'all was wasting your money.
They holding on to the 4-0. They think there could be a 4-0 run.
No, I'm not saying Jimmy Butler is better than Dwayne Wade. I'm gonna say this season it will be the greatest achievement in Miami Heat history. If an 8 seed from the play-in went through Giannis, the Celtics, and then put out Joker. Bro, look at them bodies.
Yep.
Look at those bodies.
Who did they play in the first round? Oh no, they got the Knicks. They played the Knicks in the second round.
They got Giannis in the first round.
That's not only a hell of a Miami Heat run, that's a hell of an NBA history run. That ring would be so significant. That would be up there with LeBron and the Cavs coming back from 3-1. That would be up there with Dirk Nowitzki's run, beating Kobe, beating the Oklahoma City Thunder, and then beating the Heatles. That would be up there with that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
This run that they own now, and then when you break down the roster, like I said, like if you wasn't a hardcore basketball fan, you wouldn't know who 80% of this roster. Like who the hell is these dudes, bro? And then you got Tyler Hero got hurt. Arguably they second best scorer on the team. He hurt. So you doing this with a depleted roster full of people that you don't even know, like for real, outside of like the couple of people.
And no matter where you got him, bro, Jimmy Butler deserves his respect, regardless if they win this series or not.
Oh yeah, without question.
Yeah, that means we've been superiorly underrating him, and but the Jimmy Butlers, they they're gonna give a boost to the Scottie Pippins of the world, man.
Yep.
It's gonna have a trickle down effect. He says, "Will you put fake dreads in your hair?"
He said, "Niggas go off the rails." Okay, George.
What is he talking about, George? What you talking about?
He's talking about at the beginning of the year when he put in those fake locks for his NBA. For their media day photo shoot. If you look at when they show images of him, Jimmy Butler had on them fake wig. That shit don't mean nothing, bro. Jimmy Butler out here doing the damn thing. Don't nobody care about that shit.
No, he talking about
Nah, no
he
one
talking
cares
about
about that.
what he's talking about what we're saying that this if the Heat were to win the chip, what that would mean and how significant this run would be. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, I thought somebody said something about a wig. I can't see the chat because I'm on my phone.
Yeah, no, George said, see Lamont, this is what's wrong with your channel. Nigga, go off the rails.
Ain't nobody going off the rails, bro. They were a play-in team who lost their first play-in game. Nobody gave them any chance. I think they was dead last as far as MVP, as far as championship winners. They were dead last, and out of all the teams in the playoffs, nobody had Miami. So you go through Giannis. I heard or not, I saw a game where he scored 38 points and grabbed 20 rebounds.
Hey, Lamont, what's that? Free TV there. Lomachenko face looked like he got beat by 9 ugly sticks, but he won. He said.
Hold on, let me see.
See them jabs.
But what Devin Haney's face look like?
No, they come on slow, bro. You don't see all that punishment until later.
Yeah, that's what I said in the chat when you first opened up the panel. I said, did you see his face, bro? Like, people keep talking about these body shots, but y'all ain't talking about them fucking jabs his ass was eating. Loma's face show it.
Well, yeah,
see, the
Loma
narrative gonna be around the fight is that body shots and all this stuff, but Loma's face tell a different story. His whole body is red from them body shots and them jabs. Like, both of these dudes put on a performance. Yeah, I mean,
he had to walk through it.
He had to get through there to get to what he liked to do because he's a shorter arm, shorter reach fighter.
Yeah.
But like I said, bro, I want to see it again, man. I hope Devin run it back. I hope Devin take some time. You know, this was his hardest fight to date, so it's gonna take him a while. He may take a week or two off to either talk to the public. I know some channels that know him and his dad personally, like 78 Sports TV and all that. So he may do interviews on those respective channels, but he need to just take a week or two off and then go back in the gym and all that and get his dude a rematch. I know Devin's personality, bro. He's not happy with this fight. Even though he won, he's not satisfied with that because he is a perfectionist. Like, if you look at all his fights, bro, this is the most I ever seen him get hit. And this is I never seen a fighter win this many rounds against him. So he can't be happy with this fight. So if I'm him, I take a week or two off, like rest and do all that, eat good, all that. Then I go back in the gym and I call out Loma again for a rematch. This was a great fight. It's going to sell even more because a lot of people thought that Loma won. So the money is there. People going to want to see Loma get his revenge on it and go from there. Like, that's what boxing is about. Devin always wanted to strive to be great. Look at what he just did. The nigga went all the way over to Australia, fought Kambosos twice, allowed for Kambosos to dictate all negotiations, gave him the lion's share of the money. He went into a foreign land and beat this dude twice. And then you follow that up with fighting Lomachenko, one of the greatest fighters in this generation, all in succession. So why not fight him again and just prove that you daring to be great? Like, I will fight this dude, especially if the Shakur negotiations start to stumble a little bit. You ain't gonna have no issues with Loma. Loma gonna sign the contract and get back in there because he won his revenge. He won his revenge. So fight him again.
Oh yeah,
and get boxing fans what they want. Everybody talking about good or bad. This is what boxing needs. Okay, it was a robbery to a lot of people, but the conversation is there. The interest is there. You got people talking about boxing. That Lakers shit, we spent a little minute on it, but that was an afterthought. This ain't what this stream was for.
No, MacDev's Khalil had it a draw. I had Haney winning 7-5.
I had Loma winning. Who did MacDev have winning? I had Loma winning. Though,
he said he had Lomachenko winning 6-5 and 1.
I can see that. I mean,
I can see that.
It was closer than what the judges tried to make it seem. Look, like I said, I wouldn't have cared if a split decision, but for it to be unanimous and then none of the judges had it close at all was wild.
No, 2 judges had it close. That 116-112 scorecard was bogus as hell.
Yeah, the 2 judges had the same score I had, 7-5.
Yeah, that 116-112 shit. I didn't see 4 rounds of separation from either fighter. So whoever that judge was, I found out who it was. They need to keep them away from boxing. That's just like that CJ Ross that scored that fight a draw for Canelo and Floyd. That's that type of shit. where you get these dumbass judges. Like, and if you look at these judges, bro, they be old ass people. It don't be like people like in their 40s and all that. These people be like in their 60s and 70s. Big
Maybe
ass
fighters.
bifocal glasses on. Like, y'all can't find better judges than this. Like, come on, man. Like, you got people, and then, like, I don't know if y'all know how judging is scoring, but they got these buttons. So, like, every time they see a punch land, they press the button for the fighter that scored the point. Like, a lot of these times, these judges be late on the buttons and all. Like, that shit just madness, man. It's pure
Oh,
fucking madness. You got these old geezers trying to judge these fucking fast-paced fights. Like, these are two of the fastest fighters in that division. And you got these 60, 70-year-old people trying to point count and all that. Like, come on, man. Boxing got to do better at the end of the day as far as that shit. They got to do better, man.
because in the UFC they do it computerized. The judges, it's all computerized.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it's different in boxing.
Yeah, but you get the same decisions. I mean, it's like Khalil said earlier. If you really go back and watch that Edwards Usman fight, Usman actually won the fight, but like Khalil said, he didn't do enough to beat Edwards as the champion in England.
Yep. That's what I'm saying, Lamont. Like, you don't understand that, bro. Like, that's how they looking at it. Like, if you coming in there as the challenger, like, you gotta, if you don't knock him out, you gotta make that win decisive if you're gonna win those belts. So they're not gonna give it to you. That's the way boxing has
so you just not.
been.
So they're basically saying you're not gonna dethrone our champions easy. You got
you got to go in there and win. Like I said, it don't have to be a pure knockout, but you got to go in there and take it to him, bro. If you don't, then chances are you're not gonna get that decision, especially in Vegas. Like, you got to think, Lomachenko is from Lithuania. They're not about to allow him to come over here and beat a rising champ who young and who they can make money off of in the future. Loma don't have that many fights left. He's 35.
Yeah,
and like I said, he came into boxing kind of late, like, because he spent so much time in the amateurs. He's got over 300 amateur fights. So he came in late.
What you guys got to do with these punch stats, bro, you got to stop looking at punch stats, because you can have big rounds and rounds you win that can skewer those numbers. You got to look at punches by round.
Yep.
You got to look at the punches by round, not the total. Because if Loma lands 30 punches in the 11th round, that don't have no bearing on the other rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Total landed 24.
Yeah, see.
Damn.
No, you see this number? There is no way Devin Haney landed only 20 jabs in this fight, bro.
That's false. That's
not possible. That's not that is not correct.
But Lomo was defending a ton of those jabs.
No, bro. That there is no way he landed 20 jabs.
Lamont. Devin Haney has the best jab in boxing. You mean to tell me
he might, but he didn't have the best jab today?
No, he was pumping that jab out. He landed at least 20 jabs in the first 3 rounds.
So he threw 188, landed 20.
That's BS. That's BS.
I wouldn't buy that.
These are old people that's judging these shots.
No, this was calculated by CompuBox.
No,
I'm gonna watch it again when I get off the horn with y'all. And like I said, I saw it in slow mo already, but I'm gonna do it again in fast and regular mode, and I'm gonna give you my totals the next time you have a stream on how many shots he landed jabs. It's way more than 20 shots, bro.
So
20 jabs ain't gonna have Loma's face looking like that.
Maybe he just,
Nah, it ain't. Nah.
Maybe he just bruises easy.
Nah. Because these the same people that say that Devin Haney don't have power. So if he ain't got no damn power and he only landed 20 fucking jabs, his face wouldn't look like that. Like, his face looked like he was in a real fight. Like, that was a real fight in there, bro. Like, that shit had me on the edge the whole from opening bell to the last round. Like, I was all the way glued in. I ain't been this glued into a fight since probably, I can't remember the last. Probably the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Fury and Wilder was a really good fight. All 3 of those fights were really good fights.
That can't lie. That was a good fight, man. They put on the show.
Yeah, because I fuck with them both. And normally, Lamont, when you get 2 tacticians like that, the fights be kind of boring to the public because it's not a lot of activity. It's more so a chess game. They thinking it out versus actually throwing like rock'em sock'em bar fights. But
Oh,
this
there you
fight, you
go.
had some of everything in this fight. So I mean, I'm gonna watch it again. I've recorded it, so I'm gonna watch it again, man. I just hope they do it again, bro. The boxing need this type of shit. Like I said, whether good or bad, it was a robbery to a lot of people. But at the end of the day, all publicity is good publicity. So
And,
they getting a lot of publicity.
and you got to understand that George made a good point. Sugar Ray won just like this against Hagler. I'm a huge Hagler fan. Never
Yeah, me
like
too.
that. But if I go back and I realistically watch it today, Hagler
Hagler
got
won that
started.
fight.
He got started late though.
Yeah, he started late, but at the end of the day, it's similar to this in a way, like where Hagler's had the more significant shots.
Right.
Ray did a lot of moving, and what Ray would do, he was notorious for starting slow, but he would allow you to. He would try to win rounds like with the last like minute of the round. He would throw a lot of flurries and shit like that to try to steal the rounds late. De La Hoya was notorious for that too. But at the end of the day, this will go down as one of the classic fights in boxing, modern day boxing. This was definitely up there.
Hold on, I gotta see Lomachenko's face, man. I gotta try to find it.
Just look at it in the ring, bro. I saw it in the ring. I was like, man, he was getting touched up there too. Like,
Hey, but they was icing down Haney's eye though throughout the rounds too. So,
Haney took a lot of left hand shots, bro. That left hand was getting there on Haney at will. Like I said, that 11th round was the most dominant round in the fight. Like, he was toying with Haney. He was hitting him with everything in the kitchen, but the kitchen sink. Like, everything was landing for him. But he ran out of gas in that 12th round, and I thought Haney won that last round. Loma more so just tried to come forward and all that stuff and make it look good. He threw a couple shots, but Haney knew he lost that round convincingly, so he tried to come out and be more aggressive and assertive. So I thought he won that 12th. And I think that was the deciding factor to a lot of the people was that last round. Because had Loma won that round, I thought he would have won the fight, period.
Yeah, I thought when I saw him come out kind of taking his foot off the gas like he was just trying to, like he not get knocked out, I was like, man, he might lose this round. And if he loses this round, it can be a draw. But I guess that round really solidified it for most people.
Yeah, but he had Haney afraid to throw that jab for 3 straight rounds. I never saw that shit. Now, I will give you that. Like, what was that rounds 9, 10, and 11? Haney was reluctant as hell to throw that jab because he didn't want to get countered again, and that's what opened him up in that 11th round for real. Because once Loma realized like he ain't throwing that jab, because the jab can be used for a multitude of reasons. Like, people just see a jab and they think, oh, okay, you can score with that jab, you can find your range with that jab. You can set up a counter with the jab. Like, the jab is the most significant punch in boxing. And what Devin Haney like to do off his jabs is he use it as a score, but he also use it as a range finder. Like, it's different variations of it. And when he stopped throwing it, his whole game plan was threw out the window. And that's how Loma was able to get inside so easy. Because Loma's footwork is just as good as you're going to see in boxing, bro. Like, the way he pivot and, like, he moved from side to side. And when he up close, he like to turn and like turn you.
Bro,
and all
I seen
that.
him pivot, man. I seen him pivot one time, and he almost came with, I think it was his right. I can't remember which way, but if that would have connected, Haney might have been done. I said, man, this dude know how to move.
But you got to give credit to Devin. Devin did his homework. Like, for most of those pivots, when Loma would pivot inside, Devin would pivot with him. So like, it was like a reset. So when you watch Loma against a lot of other fighters, when he pivot and do all that, do a lot of his shots off that pivot, he would be dominating dudes. Like, Devin didn't allow him to do that for the bulk of this fight. He kind of controlled it. So you could tell they did his homework. Like, their game plan was to make Loma fight off that back foot, because that's his weakest like attribute, is fighting off the back foot. So like, he would try to pressure him in certain spots, but Devin made the mistake where he kept going to the ropes and allowing. That's where a lot of Loma's punches was coming, was when Devin had his back to the ropes.
Yeah, he killed his length.
He took away the length. He took away the length advantage. So his best work was in the center of the ring, where he would like to keep the fight. Like, Loma just so unpredictable, bro. Like, I mean, honestly, man, it was just an amazing fight to watch, man. Like people don't realize how good Loma is, man. Like that dude is incredible, and for Devin to take away a lot of his strength, that just go to show you. And Devin Young, bro, he only like 23, 24, so he still got a lot of upside too. This ain't the best version of him that you gonna see. And he already undisputed. Like that shit is incredible. He the youngest undisputed champion in the four belt era of history. Like that shit mean a lot, man. Especially if he keep taking these fights that he taking. Like he fighting all killers back to back to back. Like he ain't giving no room. Like he ain't fighting no tune-ups and all that shit. He going in for killers. And if he fight either Lomachenko again or if he fight Shakur again, like this little dude ain't playing, bro. These ain't no average dudes he in the ring with. Like Tank Davis is fighting average dudes. Like you keep fighting these dudes. Like Ryan Garcia shouldn't have never been in a ring with him. Rolly Romero shouldn't have never been in a ring with him. Like he like these dudes, he fighting like cupcakes. That's what I'm saying. By the time he get to Devin, or he ain't gonna know how to react to it because he fighting dudes that's flat-footed that come forward. Like Devin is fighting all challengers. He fighting all different styles. It's not the same style. That's how you get better. Is you fighting different styles. Like you can't fight the same traditional style and expect to get better, man. That power gonna get nullified. Because if that's all you got to offer,
Haney wins easy.
Yeah, because he know what Loma can do now. He know the power, he know the angles, he know the rhythm of how Loma fight. And Loma gonna be a year older, so he gonna dip a little bit more. Like in boxing, years matter. 1 and 2 years, that shit mean a lot in boxing. Like just that 1 year alone. Like look at Muhammad Ali when he didn't want to go to the war. Them couple of years he was out really showed a different Ali. He was bouncing around. He was floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. But once he lost those couple of years off his prime, he came back a totally different fighter. And you saw the rope-a-dope. That was a tactic to draw Foreman to him because he couldn't move around no more. Because them 2 years them was 2 precious years of his career. Like in boxing, it's different.
Hey, well, you look, y'all, 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
I just had to check in with y'all, man, about this, man.
Yeah, I feel it.
No, I got it, bro, because you feeling pretty bad about that Lakers.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm doing the Lakers. I'm doing a stream tomorrow talking about that. I just like to do my basketball streams in the afternoon.
Hey, I'm glad because I'm going to come in there and see walk on somebody.
Hey, but look, yeah, I mean, I think we starting to see the beginning of the end, like for real beginning of the end for LeBron.
No, it's already happened.
No, it's happened, but by him averaging 30 for a portion of this year and stuff, like there were moments this year where he looked pretty spry, but like now that he has to play every other day, like you said, and we started to see it catch up. Like it just, it ain't the same.
We may be seeing the last game of LeBron before he fall off the cliff. Who knows when it's gonna happen? But it's coming, and it's gonna come a lot faster than people think.
That's a fact.
And the Lakers got to be some savages, like what B said. Like, do the Lakers just get in savage mode and say, "Look, we gonna dump this before the end hits. We gonna get the most we can out of this." And try to get some pieces so we can build for the future. Because if they hold on to it and just let Brown retire or just leave on his own and they get absolutely nothing for him and AD, boy, they gonna have a hell of time trying to rebuild. They ain't gonna be able to rebuild,
especially with that new CBA.
Man,
hey, the other thing, Lamont, is I was gonna say one more thing about LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember. My mind, man. I gotta take my soul off, bro.
Hold on, Mac Def just pulled up. Hold on, Mac Def. Let me see if he connect his mic. George said he don't kick me. George, I'll let you in, George.
I give LeBron 2 solid more years in the league.
No, I know what I was gonna say now, Lamont. I believe he pushed it a little too hard.
Going for that record.
When he went for the record, and I think he shot it all there.
And I think his foot is bothering him too, more than people think.
He's been twisting this shit.
Like if you go on
you
this,
keep tweaking it, and when your ankle not healed fully, you keep tweaking, and that shit hurt.
Yeah,
that man, all right, y'all tripping.
That's why he's shooting them threes. He can't drive in the paint no more.
Hey, Mac Def, how you doing there?
He took a month off. I'm good. I don't duck no smoke bees. You know that.
No, you wanted to come in here after the stream was over.
I just asked you how you was doing, brother.
I'm good. I'm getting my quick take on the fight. I thought Lomachenko won. You could score 6-5, 1 or 7-5 Lomachenko, but Haney definitely did not win the fight. He fought good in the early rounds to mid rounds with the body shots, and even when Lomachenko was getting him on the inside with the flurries, I still scored the body shots that Haney was landing. You feel me? But that was towards the beginning and middle rounds. But after that, it was a wrap. That jab, I don't know what y'all was talking about. That jab wasn't really handling like that, and Loma countered the jab with the overhand.
He did later in the fight though, McDuff. It wasn't in the beginning.
Who?
He wasn't.
McDuff, you give bad takes at every sport: football, basketball, boxing, swimming, karate.
If you're a champion, Khalil, I understand what y'all are saying. You got to take it from the champion. You almost got to knock him out. Okay, but the champion can't look like no chump. The champion looked like a chump out there. He lost the fight. Even if you want to score it for Haney, and I gave the last round to Haney, but even if you want to score points for Haney, he lost the fight, bro. He got whooped, and he shouldn't have got whooped by an old ass fighter like that.
Did he look old to you? Did he look old to you?
He's 35. No, he didn't. No, he didn't look old, but he is old.
But why would you bring it up then? If he's old to you visibly, then why bring it up?
Because he is old. LeBron is old too.
And LeBron look old. He look old.
He didn't look old. He didn't look old last year. All this year, he didn't look old until now.
He look old, bro. All right, McDuff, that was a okay take, I suppose. Have a good night, bro.
You're not trying to do McDuff like that, man.
No, that's it for McDuff, man. That's it.
Ain't nobody worried about. Nobody worried about.
Khalil.
No,
McDuff,
Khalil just want Haney to win so bad, and he didn't look.
No,
good.
I like them both, McDuff. I fuck with Loma too. I've been fucking with Loma since his amateur career. I was just kind of surprised when he came in so late. Like he should have came in a little earlier. But
true. It is what it is. But Haney was, I watched that whole little 24 thing with him getting ready for the fight. And I was
oh my God, look at this right here.
Oh, the blood, sweat, and tears.
No. Escalation clause. Tonight, Christianity won against Islam.
That's not necessary.
Loma, man.
Yeah, shut it down, Lamont. It's that time, bro. It's time to shut it down. People get to talking about this spiritual war stuff. It's time to shut it down.
I was on Go Mike stream. He had a dude up here talking about it's the year of the beast, and that's why he predicted. He said the Lakers are going to win each of their series in 6 games, 6-6-6, representing the year of the beast, man. And
what?
Well, that shit's over with right now, then.
No, they can still do it, Lamont.
Oh, yeah.
I heard
Lakers and 8.
It's 0-149. Niggas is 0-149 down 0-3 in the NBA. It ain't happening.
Yeah, it's a wrap for that series. Even if they come out and win tomorrow, Denver's just gonna take it back home. I think that's probably what Denver want to do. They'll take it light on them and then take it back home and turn it up again.
I'm still holding out on
that.
That
would be gangster doing that later.
Why McDuff?
Because that's my last horse in the race. I had Warriors Celtics finals. I had a rematch, so I gotta still ride with the Celtics. Hopefully,
I'm looking forward to the Blazers trading this 3 pick. You know, this third pick in the draft, man.
Who you think wants it, Lamont?
Nobody really.
Who's it going to be? Brandon Miller?
I don't know who it's going to be. I think it's probably going to be Brandon Miller. Or the Brandon guy. Is that his name? Brandon Miller from Alabama?
Yeah, he can't.
Because I think Scoot and Victor go 1 and 2.
Nah. Jordan would be stupid if he picked Scoot. I mean, I like Scoot, but you already got.
I'm saying, who they got? They're gonna lose Kelly Oubre. Scoot Henderson's a 2, ain't
he? Terry Rozier.
And they're not keeping no Terry Rozier. Ain't no way they keep him.
Didn't Jordan sell the team?
Yeah, Jordan sold it. Oh, I think he did.
Well,
I don't know.
he sold a share, a major shareholder or something like that, like a stock, like some shit like that. I don't fucking know. It's something major though.
Hey, Lamont, what you mean you think Jordan be stupid? This nigga was stupid with drafting Kwame Brown and all the rest of them bums he been drafting his whole
You ain't
ownership.
lying, man.
Hell you talking about? That would be right up his alley.
Yeah, somebody.
If you Charlotte, I think
He hired too many his friends on his staff because ain't nobody telling him you a fool, man. You need to get the hell out of here. Let us do our jobs. Because he been messed. He been blowing out trades. He been killing their picks, man. Bringing in all these North Carolina guys. Man, gave what's his name all that money. What's his name? Marvin Williams. Gave Nicholas Batum a whole bunch of money. He ain't do nothing, man. Gave Gordon Hayward all that money. He didn't do nothing.
I was dumb when he drafted Michael Gilchrist. I was like, why you draft this nigga? Yeah,
he thought he could coach him up, bro.
Yeah, well, why ain't he make all them players great like he made Scottie Pippen great? That's all I've been hearing for years. He made Scottie Pippen. Why ain't he make all them?
Hey, Khalil, that's a good point, bro.
Well, he on the bench slapping players in the head and everything.
Yeah, I've been hearing this shit 30 years, and I ain't seen him make another one yet.
Hey, Malik Monk been better ever since he got away from him.
Yeah, fact. Hold on, even the other big man got better when he left. Dang, McDaniels. Man, I forgot where they traded him to, but he even got better. So yeah, they all getting better, man.
Caleb Martin went to the Heat.
It's a wrap for your Blazers too. Y'all don't know what to do with y'all squad, man.
If we trade, well, I mean, I don't really think there's much value in the number 3 pick, so I don't really know what they're gonna get. But and I guess they're trying to make it look good for Dame.
There's value in that pick. Y'all just don't. Y'all not finna spend no money and go over the luxury tax with the free agents. Y'all don't know who to trade for. Y'all don't know what to do.
Yeah. You think Draymond opts in? Draymond's going to opt in, isn't he?
I think Draymond opts out to free up money, and I think he signs to a long-term deal, but he gets less money per year. But the long run of that deal, he'll get his money back.
Yeah, you probably sound like a 5, maybe a 4-year or something.
Yeah, I don't realize Draymond is actually smart as hell. Like he's probably collaborating with some of these free agents right now. Who can we bring in to get better, and how can I make it happen by opting out? Like I promise you, they ain't just sitting on their hands right now. Like I think don't Clay have an option too?
I don't know.
They want that Supermax though.
Hey, they got to move Jordan Poole though, bro.
But see, Jordan
140
Poole,
gonna be hard.
Jordan Poole is the guy that they don't need. He's the wild card that's gonna be able to allow them to get another piece that actually fits. Like when they had D'Lo and they traded D'Lo. So
yeah, they got to get it. For whatever reason, bro. He just can't get it. He can't get what they program. Mm-hmm. He wants to be Steph too much, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep,
that's a fact.
There's a lot of
Jordan Poole.
Oh yeah.
You don't see him taking out. Look at game. What was that game?
Kid Splash
3, I think it is, where he took that deep ass 3. Like they like, what the fuck is you doing, bro? That ain't Steph.
Yeah.
I seen a little clip where during the Lakers series, Steph asked him over by the bench, "Are you gonna help? Are you gonna do something?" During the Lakers series, he made a comment to him, and there was a rumor that they had a little dust up in the locker room.
They've been having dust ups all year. They've been having dust ups and fights all year with Jordan Poole and then Kuminga and them young guys.
Hey, did you see that where Draymond was talking about? It was actually Steve Kerr that he started out with the day he knocked him out.
I thought it was Clay.
It was, but it started with Steve Kerr. And just kept going, right?
Yeah, because I heard somebody said and reported it that a lot of them players was happy he did that. He punched Jordan Poole.
Yeah. Oh shit. I've been hearing that same thing. I ain't lying. I've been hearing that from players.
Yep.
Oh,
I've been
That
hearing that
makes
from
sense.
players.
Jordan Poole is cocky. He be talking a lot of trash. So I see.
That makes a lot of sense. You said that because I remember hearing that Jordan Poole felt some type of way that nobody said something to Draymond about it, and that's
Oh, they was
when
dapping Draymond up, high-fiving him like, that was a good shot.
I mean, look, the fact they really didn't even want to suspend Draymond. They only suspended Draymond because it got leaked out publicly. But he wasn't even going to get suspended.
Yeah, that video was what really sealed it.
video
Because
looked
if it was just a
crazy,
rumor
bro.
that a
That video
punch was
looked crazy.
landed, he probably don't get suspended.
What game was that, Lamar, where Draymond got frustrated because he wasn't moving the ball and like almost walked off the court, and they got a turnover? Did you see that?
Yeah, I mean,
Like
Steph Curry got ejected for throwing his mouthpiece because of Jordan Poole. All types of stuff, man. They've been. He's up out of there. That's all I know. He's gone.
Yeah, he has to be gone. There's no way they keep him.
Maybe
the Warriors are greatest team at finesse and trades, bro. Watch this.
Maybe he'll come to the Trailblazers.
Watch, I can see the Blazers being stupid enough to trade. Like the Blazers do something dumb. They'll give up Matisse Thybulle and another good play. They'll do something real stupid. Watch.
Hey, what Thybulle? Why he fall out of favor in Philly?
I don't know.
He can't shoot, bro.
Philly, because sure enough, could have used him.
He's a good defender, but he's not a good offense player.
Yeah, I guess he wasn't making enough shots.
Tobias Harris got to go, bro. You can't give me 15 every time, 17. You got to go. I need somebody to give me 20, 25, bro.
Are you a Philly fan?
Hell no. No, I'm not a Philly fan, bro.
I feel like Tobias would be really good on Golden State, though.
He would.
I mean, there's a ton of guys like that they could go after that could fit really well in that system because he defends and he makes shots.
He makes too much money, Lamont.
Yeah, but Jordan Poole makes a ton of money.
Yeah, that's true.
He got a bag. He got a bag.
That new CBA gonna snipe them.
No,
So
but you heard though, Bees? I heard that new CBA, it don't kick in till 2025. So teams got 1 year, like a grace period, to get their ducks in order.
Yeah, I was reading something yesterday that said that there's going to be a lot of good players. Teams are going to be looking to move to get themselves in line with that because it's what $17.5 million over the luxury tax, and and you get dinged for 2 years in a row. Yep. And I think it said the Clippers and the Warriors currently have over $200 million in salary.
I know they just over.
If you're the Clippers, what are you gonna do with Kawhi, man?
We trading that nigga.
They're not gonna trade him because you gotta convince the team to take him first.
I can't deal with him no more, bro. I'm off him.
Oh, you said you a Clippers fan, homie?
Yeah.
Oh,
damn. I didn't know y'all existed, bro.
Yeah.
All right, now it's time to end this
man. I've been through enough already, man.
Y'all down bad. They done tricked y'all with championship hopes so many years.
Bro,
y'all don't even have to get upset, man. Y'all just get injured. Teams don't even have to beat y'all.
Nah, I just get depressed. That's what I get.
And the funny thing about it, bro, if Kawhi or Paul George plays, y'all get the Suns up out of there.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, that's a fact.
Because
they were struggling with just Russell and all the other players.
Yeah, with Westbrook.
I just need all my players healthy, bro. That's the problem, man.
Good luck.
Yeah, he's never gonna be healthy now, bro. He's finished.
Somebody got to go, bro. I can't have two guys that get hurt every season, bro.
I just don't see Ballmer keeping Kawhi Leonard another season.
I think he has to have him for that stadium. I mean, for that to open.
You got to sell tickets.
I think he has to have him next year, but after that.
But that stadium don't open next year. I heard it opens in 2025.
Hey, Darren, that's a good point, bro. They gave up Shea for this nigga, bro.
Bro, for real.
Bro,
I remember.
At Kawhi Leonard's request, though.
Gosh, bro. That's dumb.
Everybody can't be LeBron, man. These dudes don't be knowing how to put together a championship caliber team, bro.
Man.
Hey, I remember people were saying that's the new Pippen Jordan combo on defense. All that, remember all that talk?
I remember that, but the thing is, bro, healthy. That is what they are, though. Healthy at full. That's what they are.
Hey, and then
No, they Penny Hardaway and Grant Hill. That's what they
Oh,
are.
now we just getting disrespectful. Now.
hey, and then Joker killed all that mess in the bubble.
Hey, all right, man. All right, listen. If we're gonna talk about the Bubblicious championship, man, I'm not trying.
No,
to do that,
bro,
man.
we ain't talking about no championship. We talking about Joker and Murray taking y'all out to the woodshed in the bubble.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. They had us there. I'm not gonna lie.
And
that shit was funny though.
Hey, and they would have swept y'all this year too.
Yeah, y'all would have got dominated. That shit was pretty funny though.
They would have.
Once they figured y'all out, bro, it was a fucking wrap. They was like, "Damn, we can actually beat these dudes." They went out there and embarrassed y'all. Because at first y'all was up. Remember, y'all was up 3-1.
Yeah,
and they
I
figured some
remember
shit
that.
out. And once they got that confidence, like we can actually beat these motherfuckers. They went out there and ran y'all off the court, bro. That shit was,
honestly,
I'm just
bro,
shocked to hear a Clippers fan. Y'all, you like the Loch Ness monster or some shit. I didn't think y'all existed, bro.
Hey, man, I'm the troll under the bridge. So until they got to come out.
That shit hilarious. Damn. Well, no, Showtime I think is the Clippers, but a lot of y'all be like, well, I ain't gonna say you, but a lot of y'all be Kawhi Leonard fans disguised as Clippers fans. Y'all was Spurs fans before and a Raptors fan for a year.
No, I was a Clippers since, bro. We was weak as fuck, bro. Before like CP3, man. Like, bro, I'm talking about.
You talking about what? I'm
talking about Baron Davis. Baron Davis with the headband on cereal box, man.
Wow.
Hey,
I
think the draft order was a setup, bro.
Why you say that?
Probably was.
It's too many coincidences for that kid to go to the Spurs, bro.
Which one, Victor?
But the Spurs did have the highest chance to get him, though.
Okay, they did.
How did Detroit not get a number 1 pick in 5 years, or some shit like that?
Bro, nobody wants to send. Have you been to the city of Detroit, man?
No.
Here go Lamont. He was shitting on Cleveland the other day too.
But Cleveland, hold on. If I had to
garbage.
choose, but me and you both know if you had to choose, Cleveland takes the cake over Detroit any day of the week.
See, Lamont, you ain't get to experience the real Cleveland, bro. That's why I wish you hit me up like earlier.
I know, I should have.
I would have took you around, bro.
If I'm being honest though, I didn't mind Cleveland. I actually like that downtown. There's some weirdos out there late night.
Yeah,
but
it's a lot of homeless, man. The homeless population is horrible. It's getting worse and worse. They get younger and younger and younger.
What is that food place that's open 24 hours right by the casino?
Oh, that's Jack's.
Is that what it's called?
It's like a bodega.
Yeah, it's like a bodega, bro. That food in there was so fire. I ain't gonna lie. That food.
Yeah, they open all day and night. Then the food inside the casino. But next time you up here, bro, I'm gonna take you around to some spots. The nightlife here is a lot better.
I'm trying to get up there to get to Cedar Point for the Halloween stuff. The Halloween stuff.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just let me know when, bro, so I can take that time off, man. Because I got 2 jobs.
Man. I got before y'all leave, I got one question for you.
Yeah.
What y'all gonna do with y'all if they pass this? What y'all gonna do with y'all piece of this $14 trillion pie they about to hand out?
What you talking about?
For the reparations.
That ain't true. That ain't real.
No, it is. It still got to pass, but what's the dude named? Cori Bush.
Yeah.
She announced the push for it.
So what is it per person?
I'm disguising all my money. I'm putting it all in stocks.
Yeah, me too.
What is it? I'm putting it all in cryptos. I'm not about to have it just sitting in cash somewhere in a bank where they can snatch it right back.
What's that, bro?
What is it per person?
That I don't know. It's HR 414.
Okay, but don't you have to be like full like?
Yeah, they say you have to be you have to be a descendant of slaves.
Dang.
See, my dad was Dominican, so I probably won't get it.
But
let me go hurry up and
everybody needs. Everybody in here is probably eligible for that Facebook lawsuit, though.
Yeah, what's that about, bro?
It's about something with privacy. Like they're saying, if you've been a part of Facebook since like 2010, and there's been something going on where they've been like selling information, especially people who are on Facebook early.
Yeah, they sell all that, bro.
I know I was.
And
I was
so
in
they
sixth
said
grade.
if you were one of the like they said like there's gonna be some people like I filled it out. I got my claim right in there. Class action, all that. You just got to give them like some information about your account. They're gonna look at it, see how long you've been on, verify it. And
Hey, so Khalil, 800,000 per black household.
Damn.
Shit, they better not do
800.
that. You better not give me 800,000. I'm gonna flip
That's a
that.
trap house when that
I'm going to Alabama and buying up a lot of land down there.
Oh yeah, facts. I'm going straight to Mississippi, buying like 10 acres.
Damn, 800.
Okay, hold on.
Buy me
Actually,
a lot
it
of
says, according to the census, work out to be 7 million per household.
What?
They ain't about to do that.
ain't
Ain't
No
no
way they're
way
gonna
in
drop
fuck.
7 million.
No way in
They
fuck they
try.
do that.
Yeah.
No, me and
If they do that
Bees,
shit,
you
dude,
know,
I'm going to Brazil. I'm leaving America. I'm going to Brazil
Bees,
immediately. I'm out of here,
we
folks.
all know that ain't about
I'm
to happen.
dead.
Hey, they could guarantee one thing though if they did do it, Lamont.
Oh shit.
They'd be one thing guaranteed if they did give us.
They're gonna
14
get a lot of
trillion.
it back for sure.
12 trillion be back in 60 days.
But here's the problem though. This is the problem where they might get screwed. The problem is it's more financially smart black people now today to where if you actually gave like some people that type of spending power, like it only takes a small group of people with the $7 million. It only takes about 100 of them out of all the blacks in the United States to put their 7 million together and do something to take over a whole bunch of shit. So that's the scary part about it. They would have to know that every black person in America would completely blow their money, and I don't see that happening. It just would take a small sector of them.
So guess how this is gonna work, Lamont?
I don't see it. I don't see that.
When they send that check out, they're gonna tell you that you gotta hold it to the 16th of the month, right? You can cash it after the 16th of the month. And on the 15th of the month, they're gonna switch over to digital coins.
Bro, they're gonna do something wild.
Them dollars won't be no. I think they're gonna end up giving it out, bro.
I don't see that. I don't see that.
You say this is HR1?
Bro, they are not giving that many black people $7 million. Ain't no way.
Yeah, there's some. It says.
Well, white people would be so mad. Oh man.
No, that was a study. The June 19th study suggested reparations could amount to around 11.9 trillion, estimating 291,000 per descendant. According to the U.S. Census, reparations for Native Americans would work out to be 7 million per household if the U.S. government were to pay.
Get it?
I don't know what they mean when they say Native. I don't know. I think the first number is probably closer, 800,000 per household. But still, even that
maybe see that, but man.
Even that amount is crazy, right?
Would that be before taxes or after taxes?
Well, if it's reparation, they wouldn't tax it.
That makes sense. I'm stupid as hell. That's why I'm probably not gonna get it.
Right?
No,
I would doubt that they would tax it.
Now, you know what I believe they're going to put stipulations on it. Like, I feel like if you locked up, you can't qualify or something like that. So a lot of people going to disqualify themselves just being on probation or something, like being, something silly going to get them up out of there.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. They always have stipulations. Yeah, I think at some point they're going to do it, right? The amount may not be that, but I think at some point they're going to do something because they're going to have a hard time switching over to this equity, this social environment that they're trying to bring in now without doing something about that, right? Because you saw what they just did with the houses, right, Lamont?
What they do?
So now the federal government, this started on May 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So the higher your credit, the more you can be charged to buy a house. The lower your credit, the better deal you get.
What?
Yeah, check it out. You have
I
to
gotta
pay.
ask my girl's she's in the mortgage business. She probably know about all that.
Yeah, so someone with a 620 credit score can get a better interest rate than somebody with 800.
See, they do some dumb stuff here. They do dumb stuff out here, man.
Well, this is going more towards this ESG world, right? Where your credit score is going to become a social score. So when you come online and you say something negative about the government, it's going to dock your score.
Who just pulled up? Fredo. Yeah. Hey, well, look, y'all. I'm gonna shut this down, man. Lomo he robbed. It's ridiculous, man.
On my mama, he did.
I'm dying on that hill, man, with the millions of other people. I feel like he got robbed, man. But,
that's what's up, bro.
Curious to see if this Terrence Crawford Errol Spence fight ever happened. Don't seem like it will, but
They couldn't get nobody to put the money up last year, bro.
Yeah.
It's the promotions.
It's not. These two dudes want too much money and they don't draw enough money. Only one dude can be sold.
And that's Spence. Outside of Oklahoma, people ain't buying Terrence Crawford. He ain't selling out arenas.
Somebody done tricked him into thinking he worth all that, huh?
I mean, Bob Arum told him, bro, I lost so much money on you, bro. Shit, I had to sell one of my houses and shit. Remember he told him that shit?
Yeah, he did. He said that in public too, bro.
Yep.
Damn. So, what's his name? Jokic the best in the world right now?
Yeah,
that's a fact. That's an undisputed fact.
I got him top 3.
I think he was there when he came into the playoffs smack there. And everybody's been unfair to criticize him because he ain't had his team the last 2 years. But nobody gave him credit for even getting to the Western Conference Final in 2020. I think.
Well, Beast, pump the brakes on it, because if that dude mess around and lose to the Miami Heat, well, he gonna be back to being all type of frauds and everything.
No. Hey, what I mean by that, Lamont, what I mean by that, Lamont, is that he was considered a great player with no playoff success. Yeah. Now he's gotten playoff success and he's performed at an ultra high level in the playoffs. So
I can't give him no smoke.
He's got to be thrust up in that conversation now, regardless of what happens.
He shut me up. I can't.
He already there for me. I don't need to see nothing else. This dude's been dominant the whole from the game 1 and round 1 up until now.
He good. Jamal Murray showing, man, he balling. That nigga was killing the Lakers today.
Bro,
he was looking at Schroeder.
When I saw him, did y'all there's a channel, like if you got Sling TV, there's a channel. It's called Layup Lines, where you can actually just watch from 2 to 3 hours before the game start. You could just watch the players warming up, what guys out there. I saw Jamal Murray out there. Them same shots he was hitting at that same spot, literally just spamming them moves over and over. And I'm like, dang. Like when I saw him go in the game making them same exact shots, it's like it really don't surprise me. He was really out there putting in work before the game. Yeah, I should check that channel out. Yeah, if y'all you can kind of tell what players are gonna play well before the game when you just by looking at the guys that are out there early.
If they got it or not that night, huh?
You said what?
Make your bet.
You said he was hitting all the shots in practice.
Like the little like the shots where he drives and then he stops on the dime and he reverses and shoots the fade.
Yeah.
He was literally just spamming them plays over and over.
That's his move.
Yeah. That's why I don't know. I don't know why they just don't put a bigger defender on him and just say sag off and just go
shit,
contest.
Man, he hit like 4 of them in AD mug, bro.
Yeah, but AD, see, like AD
and bronze.
Like, so I tell people, like, when I'm coaching, I'm like, if you can't touch the player in his chest, he can he's open. And I don't know really like who's teaching and talking to AD about defending, but at the NBA level, that's even more of the thing. If you can't touch him in the chest, they wide open. They can shoot at any time. So AD just thinks his height just stops people from shooting sometimes. But he gives up
intimidates.
It's on Sling, Sadiq. Just go to Sling TV. If you have Sling TV, if you have like the orange and the blue package or like the NBA package, I don't know how I have the channel. I just have it. But it's called Layup Lines before the game.
He said, it must be nice. I don't know why I got the channel. I just got it.
It's one of the packages, something they put together on there. So.
And I ain't never seen a pick and roll with a point guard that's setting the screen for the center. I was like, these niggas is Jamal setting the screen for Jokic and he rolling with it. That 2-man game was crazy. Yeah, I ain't mad at.
Yeah, B's been right the whole time about Denver. They motherfucker, I ain't gonna lie, they nice, bro. They nice.
I still got Celtics. I gotta hold out on the Celtics. I'm hold out.
Damn.
You holding out on the Celtics? Oh man,
I got
undisciplined.
I thought the Lakers was cooked. The Lakers got a better chance of coming back down 0-3.
Heck nah.
Yes, they do. You think that undisciplined ass team gonna be able to rival this shit you seeing right now?
How they gonna go into Miami and win
too?
They got to go into Miami and win too.
They not getting swept.
They might not get swept, but they sure enough not gonna win two in Miami.
If Miami win, it'd be in 6. I'll put it to you like that. They better end it in 6 in Miami.
Bro, it's look like it could be a
Boston
sweep
for Game 7. It's a wrap.
Game 3 is important.
I still got a whole. Jason Tatum's been playing well. It's just a defense, and that's what I thought. They offense got better, but I was like, they ain't got the same intensity defense.
But McDev, they playing good defense on Jimmy. That's the crazy thing about it. Highly contested shots is going in.
I'm not worried about Jimmy gonna get his. The stars are gonna get his, but freaking what's his name? Number 7, the little nigga.
Lowry.
Yeah, Lowry. That old. I'm in better shape than him. Lowry getting off.
He was 7.
So McDev, you expect
little Mexican.
This ain't the 76ers, bro. You expect for the Boston role players to go into Miami and play better?
No, I don't expect them to play better. I at least expect their defense, the defense to play.
Well, I'll
better.
tell you what, McDev. They already packed it in. If they lose Game 3, they packed it in. They in Miami already, so they can just go to the clubs and celebrate.
The Celtics, I think the Celtics is a battle proof. They battle tested. They walked into Milwaukee, won Game 6 when they had to. They walked into Miami and won a game to go to the finals. They battle tested. So it's not over. It's definitely not over. I gotta hold out for him, but it looks bad though. I ain't gonna hold.
Yeah, it do. No, it ain't over. I ain't saying it's over, but it's getting close. They like right there.
They gotta win.
I'm saying it's over, bro. You can't not lose 2 home games. And no,
it's cool.
Somebody hit True up to make sure he all right.
That nigga ain't had a stream since.
I ain't seen him. Yeah, I ain't seen him since.
Hey,
His internet connection.
No. In True's defense, he almost a day ahead of us, and he said if he woke up, he was going to stream again. But I'm sure he saw they lost and said, "I'm gonna get my rest."
Well, if he a day ahead of us, then he saw Game 3 already, so he already.
No, he'll see it, but he'll see the game. It'll be like early in the morning for him.
Yeah, that's crazy. I think the Celtics will win Game 3. I think it's gonna go back.
Hey, and Lamar was trying to bust him out. Where you at, True? That nigga in Qatar, bro, or somewhere.
He ain't letting nobody know, man.
Yeah,
they must be doing something serious over there. I don't know what they doing, but he ain't spilling the beans.
Yeah, Hey, he tell you where he at, he'll be kicked out of service, bro. Real talk.
I ain't trying to mess this little gig up.
If somebody turned him in.
There's probably people around him listening and watching and stuff. So
yeah. with his
right there.
makeshift tent.
He said he's not in a tent though.
He shacking. I mean, he ain't got his own room.
He got a bunk bed or something.
Yeah, that's why he got all that up. He trying to somebody else in them rooms.
All right. Let him do his thing, man.
You doing another live though, Lamont?
I'm doing a live tomorrow afternoon. Yeah.
For sure. Man.
I'll be live tomorrow. Hopefully. Hold on. What's tomorrow? What's tomorrow? Sunday?
Yep.
Hey, Lamont
Yeah.
Banks said that Anthony Davis didn't go to the press conference with LeBron tonight.
Nah, he didn't. Bro, I was by himself.
Hey, well, like, I mean, you know what I think, Bees? I think AD requests a trade this summer. I think he requests a trade. And I think he's just tired of dealing with like all of the added pressure of just playing with LeBron and the unrealistic expectations being placed on him. And, you know, I mean, just because he's playing with LeBron, they're expected to win it all every year. And I just think he wants to go somewhere where he can just be himself and not have all that added pressure. I think he demands a trade.
Yeah. Hey, Sadiq, you are the poster boy for what Skip Bayless called a blind witness. Ain't gonna be no Lakers in 7, bro. You stop it.
Oh, Skip's gonna have fun though.
Hey, and you know what's so bad, Sadiq, about last night's game, bro? The refs did everything they could to give the Lakers that game.
Bro.
Was that a foul on Jokic when he swiped and missed?
No, bro.
That shit was crazy.
I was like, oh man, they giving him the game.
They was calling some shit.
Hey, they was doing everything in their power to get them across the finish line, bro.
But hey, the Lakers cry too much, man. They do whine too goddamn much, man. For them to be a team that gets a lot of calls, they whine a ton. And half the time while they whining and on the ground acting like they got fouled, the other team's on the other end scoring. That's exactly what was happening. LeBron on the ground, holding his ankle. KCP hit the 3. Schroeder hit the ground. Aaron Gordon get the rebound, kick it out for a 3. It's just like,
Schroeder over there.
Y'all don't get y'all ass up and just start playing. God damn.
You see Schroeder flop on that fake ass screen.
And this fool put D'Angelo Russell back in after they cut the lead to 1. They hit 2 threes in a row.
3 turnovers. Yep, they got 2 turnovers, back-to-back turnovers.
I said, yeah, because D'Angelo turned the ball over. Then instead of running it back to protect the rim, he run like lateral, like straight toward the ball to do some goofy shit. They didn't threw the ball behind him. They just scored an easy. Like I'll be like, D'Angelo Russell's. Well, I mean, man.
Hey, Bruce Brown been talking cash shit to them dudes, bro.
Bro, him to AD and D-Lo.
And they can't say nothing. That's what make it worse. They can't say shit back to him.
No, bro. You can't blame this on Darvin Ham, bro. I'll say this. If you going to play D-Lo, getting him on the court when Jamal Murray ain't on the court is probably your best option if you're going to play him.
You can't even put him on the court when KCP and Bruce Brown is out there.
Yeah, I mean, KCP hot right now.
Jeff Green was balling. Everybody
Porter Jr.
Hey, there's one dude on Denver that ain't been balling this series.
That white dude.
The white dude.
That's it.
I mean,
he the only one. Hey, did you see the coach put him in for like 2 seconds? He messed up. Coach took his ass right out.
It was horrible.
I said, that's what Ham needs to learn. If Ham learns anything, he needs to learn how to snatch dudes straight out the lineup, man, because D-Lo in the game playing all the minutes is wild, man. And like you said, Beasley ain't getting no tick. So I was like, oh, man.
I just looked it up. It said they plus 31 when he's off the floor and minus 53 when he's on the floor.
Damn. 53? That's bad, bro.
He's been trash. Like,
That's bad.
Austin
but you know what though? I can't say nothing. I did the same thing this year in our it was our conference tournament semifinal. This is kind of determine the teams that actually go to nationals.
Yeah.
We playing the number 1 goddamn team in the country. And my point guard that the D1 team took, they allowed him to come back and play with us, man. I should have benched that motherfucker, man. And I'd had him out there like D-Lo, man. I thought I should have benched his ass, man.
So you think that's coming from the front office because they want to keep him?
I don't know, man. I could understand Darvin Ham's thinking. He's like, man, maybe he can play through it. Maybe he gets hot and he has one of them D-Lo moments where he reels off 10, 12 points.
Like when he hit all the threes against Minnesota and basically won them the game there.
Yeah, I think that's what Darvin Ham's like. He's saying maybe he can give me one of them moments and win us a game. And he ain't.
A James Harden moment, basically. Give you 45 or some shit. Go stupid.
He can't even
Hey,
contribute.
George called you Darvin Ham Jr.
Who? Hey, I can admit when I do, because it's hard. But you got to think this was my starting point guard for my championship team a year ago, and I didn't think he would come back and play that bad. And it was hard to take him out because I remember what he did last year for us, and he just didn't have it going. We were in the middle of playing the number one team in the country at USC, and it's just like, man, do I bench him? Do I leave him in and let him play through the mistakes? And should have took his ass out, man.
Yeah, I would say that their biggest problem is that they're not going to play Beasley. They're not bringing in Brown Jr. So if you take him out, your only option is Vando and Braun on the point.
What's his name? Walker the fourth didn't play all that good neither.
I mean, he's making threes. He's not. His defense isn't there. He's fouling too much.
So it's bad when Austin Reeves is showing out. Nobody else.
Yeah.
It's not a good look.
Austin Reeves trying to get that paycheck. That's
we
what
got you more too.
Bro, if they get that dude so many foul calls, bro.
You don't think he's just good at drawing fouls?
Yeah, but man, that's sickening watching that dude, bro.
Austin Reeves about to get that bag, Toby.
No, I ain't mad at him, bro. But some of that stuff, he's like flailing, man. He like some of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like stop calling that BS, bro.
They don't. It's like with Luka. Luka does damn near the same shit. They don't give him the calls. It's like I don't know. The movements, the pivots, like the feints and
hey,
Luka's a bigger player. That's why.
He better get
bigger
that
player
check.
than get them calls.
He better get that check because I don't think he can get any better than he is. Yeah, if y'all think Austin Reeves getting better, y'all.
I agree.
He better get that check right there.
Hey, Bees, that's what I said. I said it ain't gonna somebody gonna mess around and give him $80 million, and he gonna be looking like Duncan Robinson on somebody's bench. He's only looking good right now because teams have to put so much emphasis on Brown and AD on the court.
Right.
So but if he goes to a bad team or some team that has the cap space to give him $80 million, and he's just going there for the money, he's gonna look horrible.
I'm not trying to have him as a number one or two option. Heck no.
Yeah, but imagine if you pay a guy $80 million. I mean, and if you think about the teams with the cap space to actually pay him $80 million, none of the teams are very good. So
Celtics got their eye on Austin. They can have him.
How does Celtics got their eye on him? They got no money. They got to figure out how they gonna pay Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown leaving, bro.
Nah, he's staying in Boston.
Yeah, no, Empire. I don't think he can. I think when you look at a Joker and Draymond, what they've done is fairly rare. So to assume that someone who walked on to the Lakers team can just keep, I don't see that happening.
Yeah. But you know what though? There's a player that the Lakers have in their organization that I think they let him go now, man. But I don't know why they never gave that man a chance. The big white dude who could shoot threes.
Oh yeah. I know you're talking about.
Get his name?
Tough. Yeah.
If I said, how did you not get this man an opportunity, man? He has size, he can shoot, right? You can coach him up just like you did with Reeves. They gotta start learning how to build from within. So what you can do with a guy like Huff is if he does pan out to have some success, you can get him on a long-term deal, 3-4 years for super cheap. And you can have him for a couple of years and you don't have to worry about paying him, but you got a guy that's going to give you quality off the bench and he's coming up the assistant. He like Empire Jeff, you laughing at Huff, but he's a 7-footer that can space the floor. I mean,
hey man, I was just glad they got rid of TNT, bro.
oh yeah, now he was a bum. THT?
Yeah.
THT.
He's like Anthony Simons. I keep telling people Anthony Simons is the same player.
You gotta have a little bit more faith in Anthony Simons.
Anthony Simons, I give him more of a potential than like
he's a bum. He's a bum. Like, I could pull up Anthony Simons' games right now. Like how he ended the season. I'm gonna show you
how old is he though? How old is he? I don't know.
Don't matter. They didn't pay him. They paid him already.
Yeah, I remember they were saying Anthony Simons or Jordan Poole. Who you taking?
I'm taking Anthony Simons.
Over Jordan Poole?
Yeah, I think Anthony Simons has better defense.
No way.
I think he does. Jordan Poole, bro, he's soft. He's soft, bro.
Well, it's gonna be an interesting summer for the NBA. See all these trades, draft picks, free agents.
Who's the biggest free agent back there?
To me, it's Porzingis. I don't care about no Kyrie or James Harden.
Porzingis is a free agent.
Is he?
He should opt out. He got a player option.
No, he don't.
What about Jaylen Brown?
No, he don't. I'm looking at it right now. No, he don't. Hold on.
Porzingis, he got a player option?
I don't think he do.
He's playing good for the Wizards.
Hold on. So all the free agent, what is he? He a power forward or a center?
I think center.
Okay, I only got point guard, small forward, shooting guard, and power forwards. So yeah, out of the shooting guards, it's gonna be James Harden, Gary Trent Jr., and Austin Reeves.
Ooh.
Those are gonna be the top free agents. Point guards, you got Kyrie, Van Vliet, D'Lo. Those are you got Russell Westbrook's also gonna be a free agent. Schroeder. So shooting guards is going to be loaded. You got a lot of good shooting guards. Power forwards, you got Draymond if he opts out, Kuzma, Grant, Hachimura, PJ Washington.
I'll take him.
And then small forwards, you got Chris Middleton, Cam Johnson, Josh Hart, Dylan Brooks, Oubre. And, hey, Matisse Thybulle's a free agent, but he's restricted. I think the Blazers are going to keep him.
Chris Middleton's is an interesting one.
Yeah, does he stay or does he leave?
Somebody could give him the bag, too.
He could easily help the Suns.
4 years.
Yeah, just it says I'm reading the article right now. Lamar says Lakers fans turn on D'Angelo Russell.
They should have been like. The funny thing is, if Darvin hadn't been listening to YouTube and these channels, we've been saying bench him. We've been saying bench him since like game 2.
Yeah.
And it's just like, man, how you just now recognizing this? Like, it's too late now. They in too deep now, so you might as well just ride out with them. Just keep playing them. It's too late now. So just go ahead and lose.
Hey, I got a question. Why do Laker fans think Kyrie is gonna come and do something?
I don't know, man, bro. I
read that dude. I don't know what y'all talking about.
He was that dude.
Nah, he still got the skill, man. He's still
yeah. An old LeBron and an older Kyrie ain't gonna be the same duo.
He could be a number 2 still.
But they need a number 1, bro.
Hell yeah, they need a number 1 because Bron is not looking like a 1. AD's not a 1. It be on some nights Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves be looking like the best players on the court.
AD blowed out though. I think AD is number 1.
AD's not a number 1 guy no more.
Don't want to take the reins like he's supposed to.
He's no longer a number 1 player, man.
We saw him when he was in the Pelicans. He just wasn't number 1.
I don't know. I think I will.
Hey, bro, you know what the funny thing about that whole play you was talking about, Mac Def?
With Jokic?
Yeah, where they challenged it where nobody touched his ass. Well, when he fell down, Gordon stepped on his finger.
Oh, I've seen that.
Mhm. He grabbed his
Like,
hand
hurt.
like his whole finger got chopped
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, I saw that too. I'm thinking like, bro, that couldn't have hurt that bad. Like, was you looking at that too, man?
Yeah, man, I slowed it down because I slowed it down. I'm like, where the foul? So I was going to slow. He was like, ah!
Y'all
I don't be trying to get on him too bad because of stuff like that, but I was looking at that like, man, here, Beast, if you watch it slowly, check this out. The hand that the guy stepped on, look at the finger that he grabs. He grabs the other hand. So he grabs the wrong hand trying to fake like his hand hurt.
Yeah, I was like, man, this dude, man.
I was looking at it, I was like, bro, you got to stop with this stuff, man. You got to stop, man. Y'all
I thought it
losing,
was
man.
his wrist
Stop.
before the replay I seen. I thought it was his wrist. I was like, oh, he got his wrist stepped on. I was like,
No, look, Beast, watch the video again. His hand that got stepped on, he takes the hand that got stepped on and grabs the other hand holding the other finger. I swear, bro. And maybe
Hey,
he gotta stop, man.
I didn't know if y'all see that or not. I was rewinding it because I was like, how did they uphold that call?
Bro, I don't know, man.
These niggas about to get swept, bro. I'm pissed.
I'm not. I mean, it.
Now he pissed because he owed me $200.
No, I'm not even pissed about that.
Hey, I still owe
I'm
Mac
pissed
that
that
for
it wasn't-
$197.
I'm pissed that it wasn't a series. Like, you niggas beat the defending champions and y'all just get swept. Like, that's all y'all cared about was beating the Warriors. Y'all just you beat the
No, that's not it, Mac Def. They just the Nuggets is just a far superior team. That's all it is, bro. Like I hear all these Lakers channels, they keep talking about everything, Darvin Ham, D'Angelo Russell, this, and that. No, they just ran into a better fucking team, bro. It's just that simple. They a 7 seed. So now you're starting to see what a 7 seed look like against a 1 seed.
And not to mention, both those previous 2 rounds, they had several players on those teams that weren't offensive threats, so they were able to load up. They were able to load their defense up. They were able to double team Steph, put a lot of pressure on them, right? They can't do that against Denver. I mean, what did Mike Malone say tonight? AD setting in the plate for 8 seconds every time down the court.
I don't know what to do. Running pick and rolls with a center and a point guard is ridiculous.
Bro, I mean, a lot of people, man. I feel like we've been making a lot of excuses for the Lakers, man.
Thank you, Lamar. I'm
glad. I've been trying to hold on to it, but this is about the farthest they go. I mean, this is your run. Your run just got to end here. It's it's like a 8 seed when they get through the NCAA tournament, and then they go against that juggernaut 1 seed, and it's just like, man, this is your time. Like this is where it's over with. This is just where it's over with for them.
They're not about to show up for game 4.
Aaron Gordon is being. This is one of the first times we've seen somebody out physical LeBron. Aaron Gordon's being more physical than LeBron. He's pushing him around. He's they really dictating him. LeBron's making careless mistakes, and they got LeBron out here settling for a whole bunch of threes.
Well, he's just too big. And the other problem he got with Aaron Gordon is he's athletic.
Yep.
The post play was working a little bit, but why they couldn't sustain it? Why they couldn't just throw the ball to LeBron?
Because LeBron can't finish at the rim well anymore. Not with this team. So I don't know, man.
And the other problem is, I mean, AD did grab some boards tonight, but I felt like they only rebounded because Joker was outside the paint and in foul trouble most of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Because Murray was just going off.
And as soon as Jokic came back in that fourth, he lit him up in the fourth.
He shut the door.
Shut the door on him. KCP had the third quarter.
Yeah, right. They taking turns, bro.
Bro,
And
take
Bruce
turns.
Brown, him and Bruce Brown.
They got Bruce Brown out there looking nice too, bro. Damn.
And you know what's crazy, bro? They probably got the worst bench I ever seen on a team that's that good. And if you can get to their bench, bro, if you can take advantage of their bench, that's their weakness. They got what? Bruce Brown, they got Jeff Green, and who else? And the white dude. The only three dudes coming off the bench.
Yeah,
they got Christian Braun in the game, man.
They got Reggie Jackson too. They definitely don't play him.
He ain't seeing no time.
That's crazy.
Bro, he part of the Clipper organization, man. They ain't about to put him in and jinx the whole thing.
Hey, nah. Hey, Reggie was nice, bro. Reggie was, hey.
And I'm really shocked that Thomas Bryant can't get a second on the court, bro.
That's
I know Thomas Bryant's mad. I know he's so mad right now because
I think I wouldn't be so mad if I thought I could get a ring.
He definitely gonna get a ring, probably. So it's a good trade off.
Favorites. They're gonna have the number. They're gonna have the home court advantage, whoever they face. I think the Celtics didn't have more wins than Denver, did they?
I'll check real quick. I think they may have had the same, McDill. Who won the All-Star game?
I can't remember.
I don't know. LeBron's team. I don't even watch those.
All-Star game a joke now. It ain't even memorable.
Yeah, I don't even watch LeBron. Well, you gotta say a nigga's team.
Turn it into a whole gimmick now. It's just like a big gimmick game now. It ain't even fun to watch.
It ain't even the East or the West.
No, well, if it's by record, the Celtics would have home court advantage over Denver.
The Celtics is selling the church's money. Y'all was supposed to not play with Miami, man.
Celtics done, man. Bro, no. Miami, the way it's looking, Miami wasn't supposed to play with the Celtics.
Right.
Miami is the better team and looking like.
Man,
the Celtics ain't messing around with this team, bro. They just getting out hustled, man.
I know.
Outworked.
They just getting wood.
And Jimmy Butler is literally bullying on them in the fourth quarter. They can't do shit with that.
Grant Williams, I bet they mad as hell at Grant Williams. Like, you ain't even that nice to be talking crazy to Jimmy, and you'd have activated this one.
Oh, man.
But, dog, yeah, the game tomorrow, I think, is going to be the series. Whoever wins tomorrow going to win the series. I put it to you like that.
You still think the Celtics got a chance?
Nah, not down 3-0.
Like, it's one thing to lose home court advantage by giving up one game. But they completely blew it, man. They gave up both home games. It's over with.
They needed one. Man,
it's a wrap, man.
It's a wrap. Y'all ain't giving them no.
It's a wrap, bro. Miami's too good, man. Miami's not gonna take their foot off the gas. They too disciplined.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler got them locked in.
Dang, I do not want to see Miami
and they giving Bam Adebayo too much time to like get his game back. Like he getting better every game.
I think the Nuggets will run Miami though. That's the thing.
I know, but I thought Bucks would. I thought the
it's
Celtics
an interesting
would.
matchup.
Like they got such a horrible roster. Like if you really think about it, they got a horrible roster.
I don't want to see that, man.
Max Strus was undrafted.
Hey, he's been coming.
Hey, did y'all see Max Strus's college highlights?
No.
Bro, he was out there dunking on people and everything. I'm talking about it's crazy his college highlights.
For real?
He was getting bodies in college. Like he had bounce. Well, what happened to this game, man?
Kevin Love. They got Kevin Love looking like a Hall of Famer again.
Kevin Love, bro.
Sad, bro.
Hey, man, I'll holler at y'all.
Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and shut it down.
Joe.
MacDuff. All right, I'm gonna get you a little 197 pay. You gotta MacDuff left. God damn. I was gonna tell him put his Cash App thing in there. All right, salute. Hey, Fredo, you got to pull up again, man. I love having you on here. It's a lot more activity when we go live during the day, man. So it was kind of chill tonight, but definitely pull up, man. We get back on the basketball talk.
All right, bet for sure, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Yep. All right, y'all. FYF Sports, man. Great show, man. Lomachenko robbed. It is what it is. We had to talk about it. That's it. Salute to George Henderson, man. Being a chat warrior today. Hopefully you pull up to the live tomorrow. He says, yeah, have a good. I salute T Killer, man. Appreciate you, man. Jody Flame. Everybody pulled up for the late night stream, man. A couple people at Phil Minor. I see you in there, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up. But you know, it is what it is, man. A lot of stuff going on. All these sports is just weird results. Weird results in college basketball. Weird results in the NBA. Weird results in boxing, man. So, you know, but I do appreciate all of this stuff happening because it's killing the narrative that all this stuff is scripted. You know, it's killing the narrative that these players, the NBA's doing all this stuff to push LeBron. And no. So, you know, it is what it is, man. But that's the one thing I do appreciate it. Ton of competition out there. Teams is playing up. Guys is playing for contracts, you know, and you know, it don't really get no better than this. You know, a lot of the players that, you know, people on YouTube, you know, people been calling Jokic a fraud. Now Jokic about to win the championship. What they going to say now? People been calling Jimmy Butler a fraud. He about to have an 8 seed in the finals. What they going to say now? Actually, you can go down to the Lakers. People were saying LeBron and AD was a fraud, but they took a horrible team to the Western Conference Finals. I mean, it's been really a lot of people just getting ethered all over the place, getting exposed with bad basketball takes. You know, I'm gonna have to do a video pretty soon here on some of Mars on Player's Choice, just horrible basketball takes. Right, basically saying that the hammer action play. If some of y'all that remember when LeBron James blew up that play for the Warriors when they tried to go for the game winner, and Draymond Green turned it over because LeBron blew up that hammer play. And you got people like Mars out there saying, "Oh, every team in the NBA runs it. It was so easy to read." And it's just like, bro, there's no such thing as a hammer play. The hammer is just the action that you can run on any play. The hammer action is just like a pick and roll. You can run a pick and roll on any play. You can run a pin down on any play. You can run a 4-5 cut on any play. And you can run a hammer action on any play. It's not easy to read, especially with a team like the Golden State Warriors, and they have a massive playbook. That same play that Draymond ran, they could have sent a guy down doing a 4-5 cut. They could have sent Clay up as a lift. They could have rolled the screener or the low man. They could have rolled him to just out of the corner. So they could have ran a lift action. They could have just ran pure pistol action on that wing over there. See, that's the danger when we get to talking basketball. So you got the stat heads and the people that just say stuff like the Marses, right? I think the one of the only stat heads out there that has the most common sense takes is Legend of Winning. And then you got the people that just over exaggerate and overemphasize stuff, and it's just wild out there. So I'm gonna be doing a video, man. We got to ether some of these people, man, because I just don't think they really know the game of basketball. They kind of pretend to know. And if you've been in basketball long enough, it's easy to sniff out somebody that's just faking it to make it. Mars is kind of just faking it to make it. He's just saying stuff that sound good, but he's just faking it to make it. Like I was on the stream with him the other day, and I'm saying, Mars, nobody says secondary creator. That's not even a real basketball term. Thank you, T Killer. You got all these actions. It's just an action. Like the pick and roll is just an action. It's not a play. It's not a system. A 4-5 cut is just an action. Right? I could be running horns. I could be running pistol. And I could tell the two guys on the weak side, I need you to set the hammer screen on the weak side. We might be coming to you if it opened up on the drive out of the pistol. You might tell the two weak side guys, we're going to run pistol with 3 guys on the opposite side. I need you guys on the weak side. I need you guys just to interchange, just to create ball movement, just to create off weak side movement. So your defenders aren't helping. I mean, there's so many actions you can run, but we got to get on the people that are faking it to make it. It's a couple people out there. I might do a video series where Carcino fakes it to make it, but we know that's like low hanging fruit. I can't make more videos on Carcino. It's too easy. Mookie don't be cooking Mars. No, he don't. Mookie just don't know enough. Mookie's another guy that fakes it to make it, though. Mookie's a football guy faking it as a basketball guy. Mookie doesn't know basketball. Darvin, Aaron. Mookie's faking it to make it. Mookie is very obvious he's faking it. Right. All his picks and takes and everything's just stemmed out of who's the best team. I mean, and he's a Clipper fan. And he's a Kawhi Leonard apologist, man. I mean, there's hard to take him seriously too. Like you could, there's no way you could have a real basketball conversation with Mookie. And on the flip side with Mars, I can't have a real basketball conversation with somebody that's telling me that a team in the 90s didn't have a secondary creator. We were talking about the San Antonio Spurs in the 90s. He says, I think they didn't struggle because he says, I think they were struggling because they didn't have a secondary creator. What? Huh? Why would a team in the 90s even need a secondary creator? Why? It was extremely slow pace. You needed one point guard to dump the ball down in the bigs, and they played a lot of ISO ball. Why do you need a secondary creator? They say stuff. It sounds good to say secondary creator, but it ain't really relevant. It don't mean nothing. That's why I say you can sniff out the people that's faking it to make it. Mars is one of the people that fakes it to make it. So I'm probably going to be doing my fake it to make it series. Now, Darren Heron, he doesn't know basketball. No, he doesn't. I'm just being honest. And I don't got nothing against Mookie. I actually like Mookie. He lost a $40 bet to me, and he blocked me from his channel. But I ain't got nothing against Mookie. I don't know why he did that, though. Do I got Harden ranked over Iverson? Jason the Kid, I haven't really thought about it that much. If I actually have to sit down and think about it, the way I rank players, I think Harden edges out Iverson slightly. I think Iverson's the better player, but career-wise, I think Harden's done more. I think Harden's had a better career. So I think Harden's talent and his career supersede Iverson. Because basically Iverson is just, he doesn't really have too many career achievements. He's just a really good talent. So if it's just player for player, Iverson's the better player. If it's ranking them, who did more with their career, James Harden did more with his career. And Jason the Kid, if you say Harden's a choker, you have to say Iverson's a choker. He's failed in the playoffs a lot more. He's got booted out the first round a ton. He spent years getting kicked, not making it out the first round. That's what I'm saying. Iverson's just as bad. Yeah, y'all think we forgot? Damn, I need a haircut, man. I got to go get a haircut tomorrow. My hair looking crazy. All right, but salute y'all, man. Definitely. We gonna be back, y'all. We're gonna be back tomorrow. I'm gonna be a little bit more cleaned up, man. I got this hair all over the place. I gotta get to my barber ASAP, man. Get this all cleaned up, shaped up, whatnot. But definitely appreciate everybody pulling up. A few people hit the Cash App. Salute to you guys. My apologies. I didn't get you shouted out. We'll definitely get you shout outs tomorrow. We got a lot of new stuff coming for the channel. New intro, new merch, new music, new types of shows, more giveaways. Actually, we could do a quick giveaway right now. This is just to show appreciation for the people that stuck around. This is for the people. So whoever's left in the chat, man, we're gonna do an Amazon gift card giveaway, right? So make sure y'all pull out y'all Amazon accounts. Whoever gets it first, it's a free for all when I put it in the chat. This is just to show appreciation for the people hanging around late night, man. But all the people that dipped out thought the show was over, man. They then left too soon. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get this. We're gonna do one Amazon gift card giveaway. Let me get this code typed in here. Hey. Boom, there we go right there. Boom, there y'all go right there. Boom. Gift card giveaway, man. Don't go nowhere, John Wick. Make sure y'all get snatched. Somebody better get that gift card. Look, it can range between $25 and $100. I don't know what it is. Look, if y'all don't get it, somebody else gonna get it. Somebody who rewatched the video. If you get it, let me know. I'm gonna stick around for a few more minutes. If you get it, let me know. Ghost 2000, man. I'm doing an Amazon gift card giveaway late night, last minute. Oh, Darren Heron ain't got an account, man. Somebody, man, you go create an account. Ain't nobody here. Just all you gotta do is load $25 in. Everybody needs something on Amazon. If you get it, let me know if you got it and let me know how much it was. I'm gonna let it stick around. All right, man. It look like some of y'all might not even need it, man. We might have to give it away tomorrow. Oh, Jody Flame. Okay, salute, man. He said he got him a little 25 piece. Jody LaFlame, man. Salute, man. Appreciate you, man, sticking around a late night, man. All right, but y'all, we're going to be back tomorrow, man. FYF Sports, man. Salute, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up for boxing. I just like touching on, I really want to get away from basketball so much. Sometimes these basketball topics get so stale and stagnant. You know, I want to have a baseball stream one of these days, man, because it's a ton of people that really want me to dive into baseball. You know? He says, before you go, I think we should trade for Pascal or Cat. Who's we? What team? What team do you talk about? I mean, there's a lot of downsides into trading for both those guys. So, you know, I don't know. Oh, Warriors. Okay, yeah, I think Cat fits a lot better with the Warriors, but you know, don't know, man. I think the Warriors. I think first, you know, it's gonna be about what Draymond Green is willing to do, and you know that's gonna make up a lot. Salute to Marvin, man. Salute Marvin. Said, what up, Lamont? I appreciate you pulling up. We about to get up out of here, Marvin. So hopefully you pull up tomorrow for the NBA stream. We got NBA talk tomorrow. We just did an Amazon gift card giveaway. We got a few more to give away tomorrow. So hopefully you guys are there when we do it. But yeah, it's FYF Sports, man. Another great podcast episode. We're gonna be back with more sports and news. Until then, man, it's FYF Sports, man, and we out.
Jordan.